Faxpiration question is...
Does that affect enemies?
Oh, this is going to put you in a real bind. Meta, what is your favorite video game? Ooh, god damn.
Yeah.
I haven't started it yet, so go fuck yourself.
All right, the question is actually, what does it mean to be good with money? Are you good with money? That is the question. I believe that question has come up before. Maybe things have changed. Maybe someone else will answer this time. All right, probably shouldn't put these two dead kids here. Get them out of here. All right. So, while you ruminate on that, does anybody for a point of DM inspiration or Faxpiration want to sum up what happened last week on the real lives of Mitros?
That was pretty great.
Anybody?
Slice of life Mitros edition.
What did we do?
Slice
Damn.
of life.
I remember the shopping, but that was not last session. That was the session before that.
Yeah, it was property reacquisitions, a lot of research.
Yeah, the claiming of
the research.
Putting somebody's life
training and
back on
research.
track.
Okay, I remember now.
Spending.
You want to do the recap then?
No, I don't.
I guess.
No, nobody. All right. No, I'll do it if nobody
I'll-
wants to.
I'll-
That's fine.
I'll throw one out.
All right, start it up.
I
Go.
know the beats, but I can't eloquently put
Alright.
it.
Previously on Mythic Odyssey, we just finished doing most of our shopping. Julian and Oren went to the Temple of Theria to have a conversation there. I guess Julian is dealing with his father's passing and wanted to go there and see if there was any connection with Lutheria. They had that conversation there. Afterwards, we decided to meet up at the palace and figure out what we wanted to do next. Since we were thinking about going back to the Ram, and we needed some time for our roommates to have their leave, Sibo and I decided to go to the docks and see if we can get a tree installed onto the Stormbreaker, which we were able to go and, with the help of the urban druids and the shipwrights at the dockyard, they were able to get started in working on it with not too much of a ask for compensation. But it was going to take time, and so we had more downtime. I decided to go to the palace and get some non-magical training with Makalia, Corinna, and apparently Valis wanted to be involved too. Sibo and Julian went to the academy to do some research on the Fates, some secret research on the Fates. And Andronikos went to go deal with more of his house stuff, getting his house back. At least I think that's what he said. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if Andronikos actually has a house here or not. He went to get a headquarters for us. And then Oren went to the, I believe the temple to do some work there with the, I guess, help out at the Temple of Lutheria in some way. So, in my training, Makalia told me about consumables. Corinna told me about how to deal with ranged combat, and Valis told me that she hated counterspell. For Oren, he got an assignment from the church to help a woman who had an abusive husband and make sure the husband does not harm the wife ever again. So Oren, in the best way he could, went to go rehabilitate the man, and with that he was able to figure out what was ailing him. Turns out he had an alcohol problem, a wine problem, and he was also very sad about not being a centurion. But Oren was able to work with him and get him to join the centurions and leave the city, also while getting him away from his wife, as well as helping him work through his own issues. In that time, though, he did have a run-in with Gaius, and there was a bit of an exchange there. Gaius seems to be wondering why are we doing what we are doing. The Julian and Sibo in the academy doing their research, they were able to find out some information about the Fates, their corruption, and some of their weaknesses in terms of their shared vision and what blindness does to them. Sibo also found a strange book that was supposed to be in the restricted area, which made him a bit strange. I'm not sure what's going on there, but Sibo is Sibo still. And after that, we were able to get the tree installed onto the Stormbreaker. We finished our downtime and training, and we're getting ready to head back to the Island of Gold to have Ram round 2.
Okay, that's the play. Going for Ram. Sounds good. Would you like DM inspiration or Faxpiration?
Let me check here. Where's my character sheet? I'll take a DM inspiration.
Okay.
All right. 3 out of 3.
All right. Then that's that. Would anybody like to answer the Faxpiration question? What does it mean to be good with money? Are you good with money? We got a 19
Okay.
from Maya. Okay. All right. Going once. Going twice.
Throw it out
Yeah,
there.
get that one out of the way.
All right. Maya for the double feature.
What it means for Maya, what it means to be good with money is knowing how to spend it on things that make either you or the people you care about happy. Like knowing what to spend. Spending it is that's what's important. Hoarding it is not. Is she good with money? She doesn't think she's good with money.
It's that high
Okay.
wisdom score right there.
Nice. Okay. You may ask the same question of any NPC you've met during the campaign.
Oh, we'll ask Valis.
Valis. Okay. Let's see. What does it mean to be good with money? Valis would launch into a very long discussion about how money and wealth are called currency because they must always be in motion and always be moving, flowing in and out of coffers and communities. And then she'd go on to explain the civic benefits of a healthy economy, etc., etc., etc. When she was done, you would realize that she is in fact very good with money. Yep. And that's that. So, with that out of the way, we return to the city of Mitros, and you guys, I believe, are getting ready to head out. Any, yeah. Why don't we figure that out?
Oh, also one of the last things we did was had a conversation with Bicycles about science potions.
Ooh,
Yeah.
yeah. Non-magic. Practical potions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there were some real bangers in there for sure.
My personal favorite is the fire resistance. It's a bottle of water.
Will cause, the wet status. Yeah.
It's also a vulnerability potion for lightning.
Oh my god.
It's dual purpose, as Bikes.
The next hit is you're vulnerable to lightning, but that's it.
Yep.
It's actually pretty cool.
Write that down.
All right. So, what now? It's your
Hmm.
Odyssey. Tell me where you're going.
I guess we gather up after everybody's ended their business at Andronicus's HQ at his lake
Oh yeah,
house.
Andronicus, tell us about your house.
Yeah, you spent like 4 hours last session getting it
Yeah.
back. You're
I
so
want to hear. I want to
singular
hear
of
about this
mind.
house.
I couldn't decide where this couch went. I tried it here, but then no, not there. And so I moved it. And then no, that wasn't quite right either. And then I tried on this wall, and no.
What's the
So
ancient Greek equivalence of feng shui?
Oh, also, what is your inspiration count right now?
mine?
Yeah.
1 of 3.
Okay. You have an opportunity to fill it all the way up to 3 if you can tell us 2 stories about how happy and then tragically sad you were at reclaiming your house.
Okay. So I was there with Chandras and Zamrox, right? Because Chandras was helping me make sure everything legally and bureaucratically was situated. And so I was walking around my house. I was moving all of the furniture that the person that was in here before me, and between me, I guess, because it was me and then that person and then me again. And I went into what used to be my kid's bedroom, and it had been redone. It was like an office or something. But then we're moving things around, and I see on the wall, where my son had drawn drawings on it, and it'd been like painted over, but you could still see it through it. And so I go get surely this will be something that Chandras will be able to remember, right? So I go and I get Chandras, and I'm like, look here, this my son did this, and all Chandras could see, uh, and all that he ever remembered was that there was some scratch marks from the person putting furniture here, and he thought I was upset about it.
Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one. All right. You got one more for us?
Yeah, sure. So brief description of the house. It's a Triton house. Uh, it was built as a Triton house, which means that it has like a regular upper floor, just like the regular manors around it. But then also it has like like an underwater, like lower floors to it. Like it goes down into the water and has like an area that you can access the water with. So if you've ever read anything Aquaman, basically like the Atlantean embassy does, where it has an above water portion and a below water portion. And I was super excited to go down and be in a Triton home again. But then I get down to the entrance, and it's all just boarded over and unaccessible on the lower floors.
Damn. Okay. All right. So with that appropriate amount of sadness made available thanks to the haunted one, what do you guys do next?
We head back to the Golden Isle then.
Are we ready? Are we ready for that? Do we think I'm fine to try, but I'm gonna have to stay back a little bit. Maybe I should go by. Fuck,
Well,
I'm
we
not
have-
pure martial, so I don't have exotic proficiencies, so I can't use the strength bow.
I'm gonna bring Earthbind this time, and we do have the lightning resistance potions that we bought.
Also got these bad blood potions. Purchase those as well.
Blinding.
It's 30 feet of
One
blind
thing-
sight if I had to quantify it.
One thing Valis told me during our training is that, and I should realize this, is that a lot of the spells that he does would require him to be able to see us. And there's many ways we can avoid being seen for a bit. Some of that is just to do with fog clouds and things like that. And the smoke bomb that Bicycles mentioned.
Sounds like we've thought about it. I think it's worth a shot.
But it still sounds like you have reservations. What?
I feel much less hardy than I did the last time we did this fight, and I was hit, I believe, 3 times before I was down. I've got maybe 2 hits in me this time.
Hmm.
So I'm all for it. We'll have to be very cautious, I think.
Got those prayer beads, alright, so that you heal yourself a little bit.
Yes.
Crash, I know we talked about making a amulet of health
Mm-hmm.
and kind of discuss what was involved with that process.
Yep. A very high constitution monster. Yep.
Um,
A very long crafting time.
is
For
there
example,
any
a gold
chance
Graaahm?
that
Yeah.
someone in Mitros would have one for sale? I mean, that's one thing we haven't explored.
Dang, we should have explored that before we spent all our money.
That they
Well,
would be willing
I
to get
mean-
rid of an item that gives them a 19 constitution.
Heist!
I mean, it would makes a huge
Okay.
difference for Andronikos, and I mean, I could forego my lion armor in place of plate. I mean, that's got some value to it. I don't know. That
Okay.
could be a negotiation point. I mean,
All right. Give me a charisma investigation.
okay.
As you ask around town.
I will do so with advantage because it's a love-hate relationship with Andronikos.
I see.
And I'm feeling that I love him right now.
Oh, okay.
You just give you a new house.
No doubt from the sadness that he has instilled in all of us to start the session off with.
All right. Burning the Deep Inspiration for advantage.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, with your check, you do hear about a noble family that they do have such an object in their possession. However, rumor has it that it is the only thing keeping their son alive. For he was stricken with a terrible illness when he was very young that destroyed his constitution score. If he did not have this, his life would be a misery. His glass bones would shatter every time he moved. Would you like to inquire as to the price?
Yes.
Okay. Do you inquire in a manner that your name, Julian of Mitros, is associated with the inquiry, or do you try to go through a third party?
I would try to go through a third party at first because I don't know whether these folks fall on the side of Valis or whether they would favor more of, Acastus's point of view. Because I'm guessing
Understandable.
I gotta feel them out first.
Okay. So, is there a person that you would want to use in particular, or do you just, do you just look for a freelance magic item broker?
The problem with the broker is that they're going to want a substantial cut. I kind of feel like maybe Chandris might be a good fit here. I'm just concerned about how they might perceive him, but he was.
Okay.
No, I'm stick with my initial thinking, Chandras.
Okay. So Chandras is interested that you didn't think about how Chandras is going to perceive your ass about this. So Chandras says, it sounds like, if this is true, that the item is very important to this child's health and well-being. Do you truly think that Andronikos is the sort of man who would be all right with inheriting such an item, knowing what a tremendously detrimental effect it might have on a young person? I know he doesn't have a family of his own, but I get very fatherly vibes from him sometimes. He has an instinct for paternity that will serve him well when he finally settles down. And he has that large house that could easily accommodate a family if he ever finds the peace to raise one. But I can make some inquiries if you feel that it would be in our best interest. We could always keep the origins of the new amulet a secret from him. After all, Julian, you and I are not so different in that we understand sometimes secrets protect people.
They do. At this point, I just want to see what is possible.
Okay. So he will go and inquire. When he reports back, he says that, well, it's rather disturbing. It turns out that the mother has accrued many gambling debts. She is in a bad way with the Emerald Scale and looking for a way out. She is willing to part with her son's magical protection, risking his life in the process, but for no less than 10,000 drachmae. It either needs to alleviate all of her debt, or it's not worth it.
I presume there aren't a ton of buyers lined up for something like that, so we have a bit of time to ensure that this is something that...
Well, I suppose it depends how long the Emerald Scale is willing to wait for their due.
Right. Let me see if I can make some things work. I believe we can accomplish this goal. And I appreciate your help in your discretion, Chalmers. Okay, so out of character.
Andronikos, they go in the 1.5 for your 44 hit points. Let me just say. They go on
So, if you bring this up to Maya at all, Julian, do you? I guess I'll ask.
No, Julian's just seeing what was possible. Now it seems that it is possible. And as far as he's concerned, only one other person matters in this decision. And he knows deep down that if Andronikos ever found out, he would never forgive Julian. So Julian is going to privately have a word with Andronikos.
Okay.
And I'm looking at the hide of the golden lion. I don't know if this would still be honored in the market, as it were, but when I go to edit, it says 6,000 drachmae value.
Mm-hmm. That's correct. Yeah.
Okay, so between that and then the other money I have, we could make that happen.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Again, I just want to make sure that was a feasibility.
Okay. Well, take it away. I mean, Andronikos is there.
All right. So having a private word with Andronikos in the in the war room. Andronicus, I have tracked down a replacement for your amulet of health that was lost in our last fight with the Golden Ram.
Just like that. That's
There is a catch. It is currently helping a child who is not in the greatest of health. And the child's mother is willing to part with it for a considerable sum, as it will clear her debts with the Emerald Scale. This would allow her to continue caring for him, allow for the child to have a mother, and allow you to get back to proper fighting form. But as this is something that you would be using, and I do not wish to lie to you, I wanted you to be fully informed of what choices we make, how they would impact some of the citizens of Mitros before a commitment was made.
so we need to decide which is more important for this woman, her son's health or her not being in debt to the tune of how much?
10,000 drachmae.
10,000 drachmae. What? Okay, say we buy this.
Mm-hmm.
The woman pays off her debt, but then her son, who has, for how long has this been an issue for him?
He is not a well child, so I presumably from a young age.
So her debt is paid, but then her child, who has presumably been living a very healthy life for years, goes back to being almost dead. But would the child survive the debt coming due anyway?
That is why I bring it up.
What are we
Not to mention,
lacking? What are we
I'm sorry?
lacking to craft the item currently? We just need the heart of the hardy beast. Is that all that in time? This is somewhat of a meta question for Crash because I don't remember.
Yes, it is a lot of time, and you would have to have the heartstone of a very high constitution creature.
Do we know where golden rams rank on the constitution scale for this?
Do we know what now for the?
If a
turn the
heartstone
ram
could be
into
taken out of the ram, we're planning on killing
Yes,
anyway.
if we killed the ram, would the ram be hardy enough to have the material we need?
Let me see. The ram is a creature of life and radiance, and it has a constitution higher than 22.
Damn.
So I would say yes.
What if we pay her 10,000 drachmae to loan us the amulet? Mayhaps. How are we paying for this, Julian? That's another question. We don't have 10,000 drachmae.
You used your last.
We don't, I do.
You have 10,000 drachmae.
Technically speaking, I'd have to part with my lion armor and some remaining funds from my father's estate.
where are we having this meeting?
I
In
would
private,
assume...
in the war room.
Okay, yeah, there you go.
Okay. Andronicus looks out. Where do we park the boat when we park here?
You have a big ship, so you are kind of parked in the largest bay available at the harbor.
All right. I look out the back war room over towards the house that I just fucking got back.
Uh-huh.
Julian, keep your armor. I've got it back once. I can get it back a second time.
It's fine, honestly.
No, it's just a thing, right? Your armor, it keeps you alive. We'll
Technically speaking, it doesn't provide the same magical benefits, and not like I've been going around scaring people. I'm not a particularly scary person. I would have more resilience with plate armor. Plus, like with my magical abilities, that isn't going to be an issue running around using it.
out of character, are you wanting to free up an attunement slot?
It's fine.
Okay, I was like, because otherwise I'm just gonna sell my house. Like, I'm not okay with keeping this away from this dying child forever. But if it will enable us to get the items that we need to make another one, I'll just give it back afterwards. And then the debt will be cleared and her kid will not die on her. I realize it seems absurd to spend 10,000 gold to loan an item for 60 days, but I think this deals with every problem in a way that will let me sleep.
All right, is that how you guys want to progress? You want to...
Yeah, but also Andronicus adds Julian as the inheritor of his estate. Before we leave
Did you
town.
tell him this?
No, absolutely not.
Okay. All right. Chandras and Zamrox are displeased, having worked so hard to secure the house for you legally, for you to turn
Look,
around.
it's only if I die, Chandras.
Well, no, to place it back on the market so quickly. But it is
No. We're not selling the house.
We're not selling the house.
Oh, we're not selling
gonna
the house.
we're gonna sell Julian's armor.
Uh-huh.
And with the money that Julian apparently just has,
Okay.
we're going to buy off her debt in exchange for the amulet.
Okay.
And then the plan is kill the ram, start the process of making another amulet, and then after that one's done, give the one that I have back to the kid. But then in repayment for Julian spending 10,000 gold of basically his own money, Andronicus is adding Julian, at least for now, as the inheritor of his estate.
Okay. All right. So, you guys, are you still acting through Chandras as your,
As our bureaucratic mediary? Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, okay. All right, so Chandras meets with the woman who is known as Abydos and explains the situation to her. She does not want her husband to know about any of this, and is going to prepare for him a lie that the amulet must be recharged with power. And that she has sent it away to the Indigo Islands that the Indigo Elves might perform their forbidden magics upon it to extend its life and endurance and all that. That her son must be recalled from his studies so that he can be put on bed rest until such a time as the amulet is returned.
Her husband's a barbarian, so luckily he buys it instantly. Yeah.
I suppose if you want to add weight to your thing, you can say that you had the heroes of prophecy escort the amulet for you.
Oh, well, Chandras didn't want to make those kind of assumptions because, you know, you guys were trying to stay out of this, but
That's also true.
he backs her play and arranges for the sale of Julian's armor and for the transference of Julian's money into a shell company that he then combines the money together, discreetly pays the woman, she pays the Emerald Scale. They don't kill her and her family in their sleep. They'd probably actually turn her to stone because she's quite a looker, and then send her back to Hexia. The boy is recalled from his studies at the university, and you guys do have the amulet. The whole thing does take 3 more days. All right.
During those 3 days, can I try to unseal the sealed off portions of my house?
Yes, absolutely.
Julian, do you want that prayer bead necklace now that I'm assuming you have an attunement open slot? Nope, other way around. Open attunement slot.
No, I'm good.
Oh, well, I've got to drop something if I'm going to put the necklace back on.
Well, does anyone else have a slot?
I think it has to be used by a cleric or a paladin, right?
Oh yeah, it is cleric, druid, or paladin.
I could drop my stone of good luck for it. What does it do again? It's my class feature one, right?
Yeah.
Seven.
Yep.
Extra free healing.
You get 7 second level castings of Cure Wound.
It looks like 6.
Something like
Yeah,
that.
because it's 1d4 plus 2. So yeah, 6.
So 1d4 plus 2 extra castings of cure wounds.
Or lesser restoration.
Lesser restoration
could be pretty good. We got our eyeballs blinded out for some reason.
I'll take it. And I guess what we can do is if there's ever a moment where like we're deep inside something and we need to take a short rest, I can always unattune to something and attune to it if I need the extra use.
Yeah, I think this is definitely a good
sounds good.
or even if it's not actively on somebody all times, like it's definitely a good one to hang on to.
Yeah, because we can always take a short rest for an hour. I'll attune to it, then unattune to my stone of good luck for those extra uses if I'm out of my feature. Because that feature only recharges on a long rest.
Sounds like a plan.
All right.
Okay. So, you guys set sail then?
Yes.
All
Unless
right.
there's something else we need to do.
No,
That sounds like a no.
Okay. So 4 days of sea travel await you. During this time, on the 2nd day of travel, a terrible thunderstorm strikes the seas. The storm is bad and will likely cause damage to the ship, though not so much that you would not be able to repair. You could drop anchor and wait out the storm, but it would add another day to your travel time. Or you could try to brave the storm, which could result in damage to the ship or the ship becoming disoriented and lost, adding more time to your journey, or possibly even getting more damaged and losing crew. So you could also try to figure out a way to mitigate or stop the storm. We'll go ahead and throw up a poll.
How big of a storm does it look like?
It is a massive thunderstorm.
Shit.
I mean, if it's big enough to like
Miles
damage the
across.
Stormbreaker, that's pretty significant.
Miles across.
The only mitigation practice would probably be our old pal up in the sky, but I don't think that's not an option. I don't think.
This would be an excellent time for Andronicus to go, well, we can always throw Julian overboard.
Oh.
He's not
Alright.
feeling up to it after you sold your stuff.
After you spend 10,000 of your personal fucking drachma on me.
Alright. I put multiple for Dom. So there we go.
Some fourth way.
Well, we needed a fix, and now Andronicus has his confidence back.
Andronicus, how confident are you that... actually, this would be more addressed to Moxena. Wait, no, Andronicus is captain currently because he's on the ship. So he'll say, Andronicus, how confident are you that we can make it through this storm unharmed?
The problem with large storms like this is that you can't see if there's something in front of you.
Would you recommend
We
just
could just sail into a sandbar or a reef or a rock or another ship.
One of the pirates shouts out over the raging storm, "Or a sea monster!"
Or
Or a
that.
sea monster.
Damn, this fucking slaps. Oh my god.
This is good storm music.
Yeah, Storm at Sea by the Wizard's Retreat. Oh my goodness.
Feels like Dragon Turtle fight music.
That too. Or Kraken fight music.
Oh, Kraken fighting music, yeah.
Ever since they let the robots start making music, and we've got so much D&D music now, it's crazy.
I think we have an answer, Crash.
Oh, sorry. I was like,
It's okay.
Just jam it.
anchoring. All right. So. Okay. You guys ride out the storm, adding another day to your travels. In the end, the damage to the ship is easily mitigated by a use of the Antikytherian, and no lives are lost. Below ship, people tell stories, sing songs, and drink heavily to assuage their fears that Sidon has finally come for you. All right.
Right, so before we get there, I'm just gonna see what spells you guys think I should bring. I'm not gonna bring any fire stuff because I don't want us to try and get blinded.
Good call. Good call.
I'm gonna bring the transport via plants in case we need to get back to the ship. And heal just in case.
I'm not sure how good transport via plants is going to help us because
On
it's
a
a pretty
desert
desolate island.
It was a savanna, right?
Yeah, there were no trees near the palace, though.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I mean, the lines have promised to help us, and I think it'll be okay.
All right. Should we Heroes Feast for today?
Yes, we should probably Heroes Feast beforehand.
This is the day that we're going ashore.
How long does Hero Feast last again? Is it 24 hours?
24
Even if it
hours.
lasts, 24 hours. Okay, so I'll prepare Heroes Feast then. I'm gonna bring Earthbind, and I'll probably be concentrating on that and try and concentrate on that the entire fight if anything happens.
So it was fire, radiant, and something else that we discovered that set off Graham's ability. Like that's right.
Yeah.
So we wake up from our long rest, and I'm going to Describe my dream so that I gain Death Ward.
Okay.
So let's see. There's been a lot of pretty decent stuff happening. So I've got a list written down. We'll go with one of the good ones.
Okay.
So in this dream, Andronicus spends a pleasant evening at his home in Mitros with his wife and kids, having saved the world with the heroes of prophecy. During the evening, the rest of Hop stops by for dinner, all regaling each other of how great things have gone since their triumph over Sidon.
Aww. All right. Nothing bad happens in your dream. Nobody shows up and modifies it or makes it sad or anything. And you gain the benefits of Death Ward.
Can Oren recount his dream privately to Edicus?
What does it say? What does it say on it? I think it says you have to just share your dream, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I think it's implying that you're sharing it meta. I don't think you're like tracking everyone else on the boat down and being like, guys, I had the wildest dream last night.
I mean, I think Oren, if he has a unique dream, he would share it. But if it's like one of his recurring ones, he's not going to burden the random crew members. He might trauma dump on Telemachus a little, but for the most part, he'd probably just recount it privately to himself and his hyena companion.
Okay.
Is there a Death Ward effect somewhere?
I'm adding it right now. I thought it would be in there, but it's not.
Yeah, so I checked. I didn't see it.
All right, Maya, what do we think about this? Air bubble. Second level spell. Create a spectral globe around the head of a willing creature. The globe is filled with fresh air that lasts till the spell ends for 24 hours. Then it can avoid.
Wait! You're not gonna tell everybody meta what the dream was, though?
Oh.
Yeah, you gotta. Yeah, tell us what
Meta
the dream was. It's like a faxpiration, but you're getting.
Okay. I feel like that wouldn't be too pleasant about since the last meeting with Lutheria, where Oren was unable to determine that it was actually Lutheria.
Or maybe she'd be amused at your
lack of insight.
Yes.
Lack of insight. That's a good question.
Thank you, Bio. Thank you, Dob.
Mm-hmm. Air bubble's not a druid spell.
I think it is, yeah. It's from the Spelljammer book.
Oh, the Spelljammer.
Oh, I haven't read the new spells.
Yeah, I don't have the Spelljammer book on my D&D Beyond. It's not showing up.
I think that might be the only one I don't have.
Yeah, same here.
If for some reason one of these websites just has, I don't know.
That's weird.
All right,
yeah,
Orange Dream. All right, I got something. All right. Let's see. I think he would dream. It would start out pretty pleasantly with Ermis, the newest addition to the Centurion. Probably just dreaming of, I guess it'd be a mix of what he imagines Ermin's first kind of foray moving out into the training sites with the other prospective Centurion, that would kind of blend in with Oren's own recount of how he got in and how it took him many times to get through. And it would just be kind of a somewhat pleasant dream of the many times going through the trials and tests to get into the actual Centurions. And the difference would be that Armis is there alongside his other the other members of the 24th Legion that were in Oren's immediate vicinity. So Isabella and Lucas and Raphael. So it would kind of be like a blend of Oren's past and how he imagines Ermis is going through it. So I think overall it'd be pretty pleasant.
Okay, that's nice. All right, then you would benefit from Death Ward. Okay.
Still looking for any spells that can help.
So I'm gonna bring freedom of movement,
Okay.
and if we have access to the Spelljammer spell, I'll bring air bubble.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. Air bubble sounds good.
Let me add a new spell.
$24, you just get an air bubble in your head. Outside of Spelljammer, I feel like it would be hard to be taken seriously with that spell effect.
That makes it even better.
Yeah. Hey, buddy, we didn't get this person from hell that we said we get. We got these fucking bubbles on our head. Let's rock.
Just
Yeah.
in general, think about wizard spell effects.
Yeah.
Like, he just looks so fucking dorky all the time. Like, you've got
Yeah.
this 5-foot circle stone following you around. Like,
that's just ion stones in general. They're like the AirPods of D&D. Alrighty.
There's always one for a particular scenario, but it might not be the particular scenario you ever come across.
yeah.
Damn, someone asked, is there anyone that can't use this fucking spell? And then somebody said bards, apparently.
They got their arcana shit. They can learn anything.
Yeah, what a use of arcane secrets.
Like, I didn't say it was a good idea. I just said it's technically possible.
You could have taken any spell in the game. What'd you take? Well, you guys read the Spelljammer book? I took air bubble.
Alright, here's one you probably never should. Dust Devil could actually be somewhat useful in this one. So you create a unoccupied 5-foot cube of air that has like dust and stuff on the ground. Within 5 feet of the Dust Devil, you make a strength save. On a failed save, you take damage, and approach 10 feet away. On a successful save, the creature takes half and isn't pushed. But as a bonus action, you can move it up to 30 feet in any direction. And if it moves over sand, dust, loose dirt, or gravel, it can suck up the material. It forms a 10-foot radius cloud around itself, which heavily obscures the area. This one's nice because it's 30 feet being able to move it as a bonus action. Nicer than a fog cloud, I think.
Man, it's like,
That's-
it's
I
like
have a
better,
free
that's
log
better than
file.
Cloud of Daggers.
Dust Devil?
What?
Yeah.
Better than the cloud spells?
No, better
that
than Cloud of
are,
Dagger.
that are notoriously awful?
Oh.
I have Dust Devil.
Yeah.
It's pretty much like a dusty flaming sphere.
Yeah, it's nice because you can 30-foot movement and it's slightly smaller, so it's a little bit more manageable to maneuver. What if we're trying to avoid line of sight with that?
It's going to be concentration, and so if I'm going to be trying to do Earthbind or something else, I'm going to be concentrating on that. So
Yeah, I think for the ram, we're going to want to be earthbinding it the whole time. Or at least...
yeah, so
I think-
that's what I'm going to be mainly focusing on.
Alright.
We're
And that's
11, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna. So there's gonna be Hero Feast in the morning, so I'll get rid of my 6th level, and then I'll bring Freedom of Movement and this Air Bubble, which both don't require concentration, and I can just cast it on you guys, on whoever needs it. And then I'm bringing Absorb Elements for myself.
Okay, see, I'm thinking air bubble because of breath weapon, like the poison breath weapon, and because you can't breathe sand.
Yeah, the Freedom of Movement helps with the quicksand, and the Air Bubble will help with the quicksand as well. And both of them last for 24 hours and don't require concentration.
Nice.
So the 2 melee people who are going to be up there, I'll spend the 4 spell slots to get them on you guys.
The other main issue was the massive lightning bursts, which hopefully these potions will mitigate. And aside from that, I've got a bow. So even if we can't get it with Earthbind, we shooting it.
Is your bow magical?
It is +1, and I got the +2 arrows from the Hydra.
All right.
Thinking of other. Sucks that we didn't get to see Midas. Kind of just have to. So, let's say
Is the goal here is that once we get to Midas, we all drink our blind potion and then close our eyes the entire fight? Well, actually, I don't know if it has to be. We have to see him. We have to avert our gaze, or if it's just whatever he looks at.
I think it's whatever he looks at.
I think it's what he looks at.
So we're gonna need to just get the obscuration going immediately and stick close to Andronicus until things are set up.
All right, I'll bring the fog cloud.
Let's say we kick down the doors after. If we say the ramp fight goes well and we kick down the doors afterwards, and Midas is just chilling there. Well, if he's just hanging out, then yeah. Best case scenario, we throw the fog cloud out, down, open the doors up, see if we can determine that he's in the room, and then maneuver in, I guess not the fog cloud, but the dust devil or some other means of obscuring. Get up to him and just start wailing on him, I guess.
Sibo's got dead fog, don't forget.
Yeah, we don't really want to be in that, though.
Right, but no, I mean, we wouldn't necessarily use it outside, but we could toss that into, like, a room.
That's true. I'm just thinking of the initial contact. The second we lay eyes on him, if he sees us, I think we're gonna all have to try to not be golden paralyzed.
I'm gonna have I have greater restoration, so I'm gonna be saving my 5th level slots for.
And Sibo's got greater restoration as well. It's just Sibo's got he's got like all radiant, man. So I don't know how useful he's gonna be against the ram.
Does he have anything that's not radiant as a cantrip?
I'm looking through it.
Do you get him do warlocks have simple weapons? I don't think so. Actually, I think they
crossbows. Might. They have a hand crossbow, I think.
Yeah, if I remember, I think Sibo used to rock the light crossbow.
He rocked the light hammer for his melee and Eldritch Blast for his range.
Yeah. I mean, they get him a crossbow.
They start with a light crossbow.
He might have sold it or something.
Eating it. Guess, can you do offense with watery tentacles? It wouldn't be bad to have Sibo on pulling people out of the sand duty. Just have him running around with watery tentacles.
I do have. I don't know if this will work. I do have transmute rock, which you can turn mud into rock or rock into mud. But I guess I don't know if it works with the sand. I don't think so. Probably not. Because it's sand, not mud. Also, it says non-magical, so it's magic. We already figured out that stuff is magical.
Yeah.
Never mind. That doesn't work.
Sibo's got a lot of concentration. I mean, he could try picking off minions, because there's going to be some minions, potentially. And he could focus on casting Polybrachia on one of the marshals.
We also don't want to blow our load on the ram either, because we have to deal with Midas afterwards as well.
Okay. Well, in that case, maybe Sibo's going to have to be very careful.
Sibo, careful.
Well, I mean, Julie could sit him down and have, a talk with him. Unless, of course, because of some of the eldritch nonsense that's been going on that Julian is not fully aware of, he's like, no, I'm fine. Don't worry about it, Julian. It'll all be okay in the end. In our armory, do we have crossbows?
You
We
have
could probably get one.
crossbows?
Yeah, because Sibo doesn't have anything ranged.
Okay. I mean, I would
mundane.
assume that you guys could probably have a light crossbow somewhere on the ship.
All right. In that case, I'm gonna equip him with a light crossbow and some bolts, just for good measure.
Okay, who's our puppy team are we bringing?
Let's see. I think we.
Well, we need to bring Karina to harvest the heart from the ram.
Okay. So Corinna for sure. And then?
Moxena.
Oh,
Send
yeah.
for the petrification.
Okay. Checks out.
Telemachus.
That's Marcus.
Number 1 stagehand.
Yes, to have less encounters on our way back. On our way there.
Sure.
Okay.
We have room for one more then.
Not all B team created equal. Heard.
You were bringing Kyrgos for the advantage on stuff, and he also has his 50 temp HP.
Yeah, I think
resistance to
Yorgos.
necrotic armor.
The Yorgos suit, it could be pretty clutch. Somebody's about to go down. They can suit up.
Okay. Kyorgos.
Could
Look at
bring
this, the dream team.
Could bring Testicles so he can have his final his moment.
His final. What was a
Yeah,
slip
well,
there,
his
tried
moment.
to. What are you talking about? Testicles.
Hey,
Galore.
what do you mean, his final moments?
A blaze of glory, you said.
No, she means finally you'll have your moment.
I tell you what. I won't go today, but I will definitely go on the Nether Seas expedition.
Ooh.
He looks boldly confident because he's convinced you guys are too scared to go to the Nether Seas.
I mean, that would be great because there's a lot of things we need to do in the Nether Seas. If I want to be Queen of Themis, I need to go there.
He says, "Of course, Your Majesty.
Or
I'll be waiting for you to call upon me."
Or nods as a good conviction, Testicles. We'll be sure to bring you along.
Of course, when we all go to the Nether Seas together. He walks away and he high fives Crusher and Smasher because they're all bros now.
Yes.
Cred rolls in like fucking Sonic the Hedgehog, completes the 4-way high five.
Hell yeah.
And then rolls out.
Once Testicles finds his
Yeah.
his brother.
Cred says, "Hey, dude, I heard you guys got a rematch. Well, you know why you lost last time?
Was that?
I wasn't there."
That's true. The swim speed that Cred grants can be used in sand.
Unfortunately, well, you know what? If you had freedom of movement, I would say yes. I would say you could.
But isn't the freedom of movement basically negating the
Use
difficulty?
violence. When you suffer a crit, you may use your action to attack the source of the crit with a weapon or spell attack. If you do, and you hit, the attack is a critical hit, once per short rest. Passive, 2 people get a swim speed of 30. It's very hacks, his ability. It's very hacks. Like, you like don't want to get crit. And then if you do, you gotta burn your reaction. But you get a counter crit, which could be pretty huge. He's a tough, violent dude with a soft heart. Good to know. Alright, is this your play then? You're gonna take these 4 plus Giorgos, question mark?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Mm. Yorgos lumbers over. I mean, Moxetta's not happy about it. The other three had gotten used to the smell, and they kind of like, yeah, they kind of like Yorgos.
This
He's
ain't
a
their
big
first
boy.
trip out with Yorgos.
Yeah, he's like let's see. Yeah. So in an office style cutscene, the cameraman is talking to Nessa, and she says, "Yeah, man, he's like a big yeasty cinnamon roll that it didn't get baked yet, and it just sort of got forgotten, and it got real rancid and moldy. There's like worms in it, and like you definitely wouldn't want to bake it now, but like it's still kind of soft and gooey. It's kind of like that, man." And then it cuts back to Georgos just picking his nose so hard his nose pops off. And then Corinna is delicately sewing his nose back on for him.
Oh God, it's like, Karina, I don't even know my nose straight.
Jesus.
The
Yeah,
resemblance
so
is uncanny.
all right. So you got, God damn it. Oh man.
Yeah, blow Yorgos up here. I mean,
Yeah, but like, man, Cinnamon Roll pulled some bitches. I'm just saying.
he had a glow up.
Yeah.
I mean,
fucking-
with Yorgos' dancing skills, you know, we don't know what we would know what happened.
Sorry, I'm a big Adventure Time fan. So yeah, Cinnamon Roll, good shit. All right, we'll take you guys to the island. Is that the play?
Yep,
That's the play.
Okay.
going to rally our lion
All
Oh,
prize.
do we individually roll, or is it a collective roll for?
We
Heroes
got new
Feast?
jolly boats, right?
I don't know. They're 500 apiece. Did you guys drop 1K
Alright,
on your
alright.
jolly boats?
I think rowboats are only 50.
These aren't
That's
rowboats. They're jolly boats. It's a different thing.
What if we just want rowboats?
Well, they ain't
Then,
gonna
then
last.
we need a lot more because they're not going to carry everyone's asses.
Yeah,
How many people can I fit in a rowboat?
2.
What? 2?
Yeah.
I guess they are only 100 pounds.
All right, so 1,000 drachmae for 2 jolly boats.
I mean, do we have the funds? I think our Sibos was our
Sure.
treasurer, and he's got a separate file. I'll just take the remaining 1,000 off of Julie,
Oh, well, if you got it, I mean,
and if we have the money, we'll I'll get reimbursed.
The
Oh,
reason
we're-
you want a jolly boat is a functional fucking ship. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if you needed to, a jolly boat could get you through it. A rowboat is like 2 people rowing. You know what I'm saying? Like, a jolly boat has the potential you could like raise the sail and shit. Like, it's an actual little boat. That's what makes it so good.
Yeah, but our track record with jolly boats is pretty not too great. So we might be
What?
like,
Really?
In 130 plus episodes, this is the first time you've had to buy new jolly boats.
I mean, we're usually abandoning them though, and then we have to come and pick them up. I'm just
I
thinking
think you're
like,
getting confused with the Indigo Isles when we did have the resources of the ship all the time. So
we could get 2 jolly boats, or we could get 20 rowboats.
Those, oh my god.
Everyone's
all
responsible
right,
for
I've
their
already
own.
taken the money off my sheet. Crash, set us up with the jolly boats, please.
Okay. Yeah, you officially have 2 jolly boats again.
All right.
All right. Man.
We could be like the
No.
Titanic and just be lined with.
I would say, Oren is right. We could also get a couple rowboats too, as like backups, because there for a sec we didn't have anything because the jolly boats got destroyed.
All right.
So just having a backup.
And we walked
rowboat
our
would
asses
be-
back to the ship.
All right,
It's okay.
fair.
How's the Bank of Julian looking?
A rowboat is only 50 gold.
How's the Bank of Julian looking for another, let's say, 4 rowboats?
A
The
jolly
Bank of
boat
Julian
is, a
is
jolly
close for
boat is big
business.
enough that you could have a rowboat towed by your jolly boat. Okay. Jolly boat is good stuff.
Julian, you're telling me you spent 10,000 drachmae on Andronicus, but you won't even drop 200 on my rowboats?
I just took 1,000 drachmae off my sheet.
I also
Make
want
sure
to
that
point
we
out
had
that a jolly boat can travel
jolly
at
boats.
2 miles per hour, and a rowboat can only travel at 1.5 miles per hour.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Just think of our time savings. Well, they more than pay for themselves.
Okay. Okay. I see how it is.
Julian's making an executive decision. We have the jolly boats. The money's off my sheet. We're doing this.
Anyone throws
A,
me 8
a
drachmae, I'll buy a
rowboat only
rowboat.
has 35 hit points and no hardness threshold.
That's why you buy 20 of them.
Oh my god. Wow.
Okay, Galactic Empire with your fucking TIE fighters.
The,
Jeez.
the point is, you don't want your boat to be destroyed while you're in it because water's very dangerous. You know what? You're on episode 130 something. You do whatever you fucking want. You want to buy 20 rowboats, Oren? You buy 20 fucking rowboats.
That's Oren's business at
If
this
Oren,
point.
if Oren didn't have 42 drachmae in the bank, he would buy 20 rowboats.
I'm looking at the thing here. Oh, sorry.
What thing?
The ledger.
Oh, okay.
We're at 14,000, and I subtracted off all that, so I think we spent roughly 7,000 or 8,000.
Plus the 2,000 for leave that we spent.
That's including it, yeah.
All right.
Okay, so we're down
So,
to
yeah.
7,000?
Ballpark.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, in that case, we're down to 6. I'm putting my 1,000 back on my sheet.
Oh, well, if you got money back, I mean, those rowboats aren't going to buy them, though. I mean.
All right. Do you have rowboat money? When you do, you can go get some.
Wow, I feel persecuted for my lack of funding. Classism in the
Well-
hop.
Now you know what to get with your share of the Isle of Gold money.
I'm gonna get so many fucking rowboats. And you guys are gonna be stuck in your shitty jolly boats. Or it'll
Yes,
take a
we
new
are.
rowboat
You
out
know
each
what?
day
We're
of the
going to be
week.
happy with our shitty jolly boats.
Where are we going to store all these rowboats?
It's economical. And the whole...
Hey, you just hang them off the fucking side, I guess.
Yep.
All right.
They'll act as
Unreal.
The problem with
extra-
doing
Okay.
that is, like, next time we get into a massive fight, they're just all getting destroyed because there's no threshold on damage for those things.
That's extra armory.
Yeah,
I
shield
got-
shield.
It's not.
A jolly boat can hold 8 medium creatures. A rowboat can hold 4 tops.
That's 10 times the price for only double the capacity.
Oh my god. It's less boats to worry about in the water.
That doesn't even factor into it.
Oh my god.
I want a
Well, I
fucking...
know what to get
I want a
Oren for
go-kart.
Christmas.
I want-
You know, I
Rowboats.
honestly can't
Forget the
believe.
row. He wants rowboats.
Yeah, alright.
I want an armada. I want 7 rowboats minimum rolling up on any place the hop go. Just think of that. We'd look way more imposing coming ashore.
I don't know if that. I
A,
don't know. I mean,
rowboat is not as imposing as a jolly boat.
7 of
so
them.
one rowboat versus one goldfish. It's like it swallowed the whole boat whole. Probably.
What's gonna action economy?
Yeah,
Spread 'em out.
And then now that's exactly why, because then one will be inside the creature, fighting from the inside.
Yeah, it all comes together. It's all coming together. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I see now. Makes sense.
Look at this
The insight.
happy family in their jolly boat, okay? Look at that. Merca. Look at that. They're so happy, the little jolly boat.
You got their flag. Not sure. I think they're might be flying it backwards. Though. I'm not sure. It's only stripes.
Yeah.
No, I think that's there's something on there. I want to say it's one of the old "Don't Tread on Me" flags.
Do you know who uses a rowboat? These two assholes right here. These guys use rowboat.
Oh god.
Okay. Yeah.
I fancy myself a bit of a seaman myself.
Oh man, he sure did.
All right, I think I'm ready.
Okay.
Likewise.
So okay, I guess. Did everybody have their potions on their sheet?
Yep.
What am I
What
supposed to
potions
have?
are we referring to?
I got 2 potions.
So I got
of
the Maya
healing,
potion.
2
Yeah,
bad
I've
blood
got a Maya
potions.
potion and a regular.
Okay, let me add the bat blood potion to my sheet. Do we have them made already or no?
We bought them pre-made.
Look at
Do we have
that's a
them as
ro-
a-
look at that rowboat, and then look at this fucking jolly boat. How could you? Oh my god.
I
Anyways.
feel like this is boat favoritism. You picked the worst example of
That's
a
a that's
rowboat.
Jolly.
What?
Look
That's
at the-
crazy. That how
Look at this.
accusatory
It's
can you be?
chipped. It's got holes in it.
That's the official prop from the movie The Lighthouse.
Well, if they're giving us a discount for that bottom one, we'll take it. Or for that rowboat. If it's 30 drachma instead of 50, I think we could have 30 of those.
Yeah, what happened to Oren in another seas?
It's just economical. Another Seas gets it done. We work on a shoestring budget.
No, it's because if his ship is destroyed on a mission in the Nether Seas, he doesn't have to fill out any paperwork other than ship destroyed. It's like 1 page long. Otherwise, he's gotta worry about maintenance records and all sorts of other bullshit.
It's a time saver for everyone involved, honestly.
But I mean, the rowboats are made out of the bones of the dead and the damned, so it's a whole thing. Otherwise, they'd be destroyed by the acid of the Nether Seas. So,
Another thing
fun
to look
place.
forward to.
All right, I will take your B team and you guys and put you on this goddamn island. Now, the intention is to track down those who claimed they would help you in this endeavor.
Yep, our allies.
Okay. All right.
So, Dom, what potions are potion of blind sight and what else?
So we got 10. It looks like we have 10 bat blood potions, so each person gets 2 blind sight potions.
Okay.
We had gotten 4 regular potions of healing. So I guess everybody gets 1. We got 5 potions of climbing, so everybody gets 1.
Ooh.
We had bought the lightning resistance potions. We should have a total of 6. So everybody gets okay, actually no, we have and then we also had the Chimera one, and that was also 4. So we have a total of 10 lightning resistance potions, so everybody can get 2. Who has the dimensional shackles?
Orin does.
Okay, I have the prayer bead 1. I'm pretty sure Orin has the rope of climbing.
Yes, I do. Wait.
All right. We had bought 5 100 GP diamonds. I think I had put those on my sheet already. Let me check. Make sure we don't forget this stuff. Yes, I have 2 of them. I put 2 of them on here, and the other one was given. The other 3 were given to Sibo. So I already had 1 royal, which is the 500 already. Let me see here. All right. So bat blood, lightning resist.
And you said potion of climbing was 1 per or 2 per?
1 per. And everybody has 2 potions of lightning resist. Let me see here. Climbing. Oh wow, I didn't realize I have a potion of invisibility on my sheet. Let me get rid. Okay. Also, before we left, had our meal. So let me go ahead and cast that. Get rid of the spell slot.
Okay, so climbing, healing, 2 lightning resistance, 2 of the other the blind sight one. What is that like searchable to add to our sheet or
No.
I made one.
okay?
I wonder if I can send you one.
You have to hit the little copy button, and then you can send the copy.
Duplicate.
Awesome.
They don't actually give it to you, but you can pretend.
No, I did. I got him.
Yeah, they won't actually give you like the special boundary blind sight, but
Oh yeah, yeah.
No, it's easy enough to toggle that on though.
30 feet question mark? Is that?
oh, that was
Is that
before
accurate?
I
Is that
looked back at my
accurate?
notes and saw it was for sure 30 feet.
So does that give me blind sight of 30 feet, or does it extend my blind sight by 30 feet? Because technically I've got 10 feet already.
It
That's,
would overwrite. You take the higher value.
Okay, that's what I guessed. But
Yeah.
Oh, it's very dusty out today. A lot of gold in the air.
Okay. So as you guys chill here at the river, we're gonna expedite it. No goldfish attack you because you brought Nessa this time.
Brutalized Goldie, so.
Yeah. So you're just vibing, looking out at the barren, ruined savannah. That is now the sort of golden waste, and you wait for your golden lion contact to come to you, or do you just start trekking and hope that you run into them?
I think we'll start
I guess
trekking.
besides trekking, because we never like made it like a
Yeah,
let's meet up.
because they were like, yeah, we'll help you out if you come back. Because we told them we needed to leave and regroup, and I think they were just kind of on the, just a wee bit incredulous as far as our return.
Fair.
And are we each rolling 2d10 for our hero's feast for ourselves, or is it like
Whoever
1 2d10?
cast it should roll the 2d10, and that just applies
Alright.
to everybody
All right, I rolled it.
to put big pressure down. Big pressure.
Immune to poison and frighten.
Oh my, that's a good one.
16.
Okay, I'm gonna clear these images so that I don't stay heated about the jolly boats. There we go. All right.
Found some really nice specimens, but I avoided putting them in chat, just avoid stirring the pot.
All right. Eventually, a bossy golden lion, rank 8, makes his way towards the river, spotting you. His 6 eyes alight with recognition. He seems to have already starved off the delicious meal that was pro-offered weeks ago. Because it's been a hot minute. It's been a hot minute.
They're probably gonna want to eat the ram if we kill the if we use them to help us kill the ram.
It's fine. As long as they can have the rations after we've harvested the useful bits.
The lion puffs out his scrawny chest. He waggles his tail, and you hear the cluck, 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 cluck sound of his oversized testicles banging together. He lets out a mighty and majestic MGM Studios roar, and then he says, "Well, well, well. You have returned. I
Indeed,
thought
we
you
have.
but a mirage, an illusion, if not for my bloated belly, filled with the tasty fish morsels of Goldie, a sacrifice, shared after a hunt with brave allies."
Indeed, a hunt it was. We have come to fulfill our end of the agreement. If you are ready to fill yours.
Yes. Each day I have come to the river to see if you would truly return. And here you are.
Yes, we're prepared.
So, I will show the champion of Thylea what true action and nobility looks like. I have assembled amongst my number the most fit and hearty of all the males, freely roaming the island, not enslaved by the hungry, horny females. Together, we will liberate this island from evil.
Or nod sagely.
Mm.
We shall.
There's no time. Oh, wait, who's this? This is a different person.
That would be Nessa.
It has been long since my people feasted on the flesh of a luscious centaur.
And longer still it will be. But we can offer you food in other ways once we have dealt with our task.
All right. What is the plan, great heroes? During the fight against the fish, it seemed like, well, a bit helter-skelter, sort of willy-nilly.
Warren takes offense to that. That was a well thought out plan, of course. But let's see.
There was a small bearded child just blasting things, and the fish guy, I don't know what he was used to, sort of flopping around on the ice. It just feels like we did all the work.
Yes,
I just
but
want
you
to know
got
that you're going to
a
pull
goodly
your weight this
reward.
time.
Yes, but you got a goodly reward out of it.
We intend to face the Graaahm in its lair, bringing it out of the sky, and then dispatching it swiftly before it
Then you
can
want to
retaliate.
sneak up on it.
I don't think we'll be able to get in stealthily. It may be expecting us, so I believe we'll just stride in.
All right.
Unless you know of a way to get us in there without being detected.
Well, we could send a tasty morsel like this centaur alone, unguarded with no companions, on ahead. That would distract the ram, allowing us to sneak up behind him. And he begins to rub his paws together like a raccoon meme.
Bit too risky.
How so?
Risky to the centaur themselves.
Ah. Did you not say you had a boat full of centaurs?
We do, but
Surely
none of
for
them
the
are.
lives of the people and creatures of this island, one centaur is a small price to pay.
No, none of the crew are replaceable.
That means if they die, you just don't have any crew anymore. That sounds like diminishing returns.
I mean, technically, in a literal sense, they're replaceable, but them as people.
Then
can't
we
be
have
replaced.
arrived at a agreement.
No, I don't
No,
think
we haven't. We're not playing this wordy back and forth. But you raise a good point. If
Why would
perhaps
Thylea have granted me such a powerful brain and the ability to speak, if not to banter with you?
but you are taking the long way around to try for you to munch on, and we're not having any of that today.
Fine, we'll just win with superior action economy.
But he does raise a good point. If some of us could perhaps, magically make ourselves invisible, perhaps we could get by the ram or get into a more advantageous position while the rest of us are distracting it.
Okay. Well, he turns on his heels, and you hear the clack clack of mighty coconuts, and he heads towards the desert.
Wow, those were shaved far too well.
Julian.
I like
Yes.
how we just had him on deck, ready to fucking go. Like,
Listen, years of skull and shackles, I'm ready for this shit. So
He's got
Hey.
safe for work representations of all types of testicles.
All types, you say?
Julian, well, one thing that can help us get within position is at least start with mentioning that we were going to return the item we had promised.
Yes, the soul.
It's been over more than 10 days, I think, since we were here.
Yes.
So-
So are you suggesting that I?
Oh, for sure. It's been 10 days since Julian gave his talk at the academy.
So maybe as a way of getting closer, we can pretend that we have done the task.
Do the ram of deception, you say?
Yes.
Do you think we'll need that to get inside?
I guess I would ask Julian and Oren. One Julian his knowledge of Arcana and Oren his knowledge of the underworld is like, how does a soul transported?
We've typically in a gem or some other vessel to contain it.
Julian will pull out his old spell focus, which was a crystal. You mean something like this?
Just look like a high quality. Spell focus is
I mean-
what, 5 gold?
Yeah, I mean not especially.
I think spell focus is only 5. It's holy symbols that are at least 25 gold. Yeah.
Just saying. At a glance that might work, but if the ram goes in for closer inspection, I think just the
Well, if the ram comes in for closer inspection, I don't think we should be talking at that point. I think we should be, earth binding and setting upon him with pointed weapons at that point.
might be better served just using one of the diamonds that we procured for bargaining with Litheria. That'd be more likely to hold its soul.
Yes. I have the royal diamond here, 500 drachmae.
Mm.
Now that's what we're talking about for holding a soul.
All right, fine. So we can use the royal diamond. So what's the play? Are we just trying to get the ramming so that we can sit upon him and kill him? Because last we discussed it, we reasoned that trying to get stuck between the ram and Midas was a bad idea. So we're dealing with them one at a time. Yes.
Indeed, that would be the hope. Set upon the ram and
Alright.
dispatch him before he's able to call for assistance. Even if we do come out with the double cross and attempt to fight, I don't know if he'll value our attempts at his life highly enough to even bother calling on Midas. Don't know if we put up enough of a showing last time to warrant
Probably
it.
not, considering last time he sent us with our tails tucked between our legs.
Well, if we were able to get to jump on him, hopefully, Julian, you're able to reduce his resistance to magic for a bit while I get the Earthbind off. The Earthbind's range is very long, so I could get it from a very great distance, but his lightning spells also has a very long range, so
Yes, if I'm hitting with a Mind Sliver, he needs to be within 60 feet.
Are all potions bonus actions in this? Including
Yeah.
non-healing? Okay.
Bonus action to give it to yourself. Action to administer it to somebody else.
Alright. And remember, no fire.
I'll send this.
No
timer
fire,
with you,
no
Julian.
lightning, no radiant.
I'll send.
Come here, Trident.
Send the player.
Make sure it's set to force damage. He tapes over the dial on it to make sure it can't be set to fire. Safety's on. Oh yeah, Orin's gonna. He has his shield on his back where he could access it. Get it onto his arm with an action, and then he's got his the trident tucked in between, and he's holding the newly purchased bow.
So how does this? So before we walk in, how long does the resistance potion last? An hour?
1 hour.
An hour.
1 hour, yep.
Okay, so before we walk in, we drink the potions. When
How's
we
it
get
going?
in,
I think you all should. I'm going to save mine in reserve.
okay. Before we get in, and then maybe Julian, you offer to bring the diamond close to him, and then once you get within 60 feet, see if you can get the mind sliver off. I'll see if I can get the earthbind off, and then we try and get out of there. Back up a bit while the rest runs in.
If they are
After he's earthbound, is that when I should try to drop a fog cloud so that he can't see very well? Or
That would probably be really good. Once he's earthbound, and he won't be able to hit us with the lightning. Well, if he can't see.
yeah, if we do manage to get it on the ground, I think fog cloud, and then we take the bat's blood and move into the cloud with him. If the earthbind doesn't work, then you keep at it, and I'll try and draw his attention from the ground with the bow.
Alright, so, serious question. Do we want to try and have, say, Sibo and Andronikos, under cover of visibility, get past the run, or, get before we start?
Nah, I don't think we want to split up at all.
Alright?
I guess
I'm
there
just-
is another question.
That was a good suggestion, but I think we want to be spread out enough that we're not getting multiple AoEs.
Right. It's
Multiple
just as a
magic
matter
hits.
of things are going to move very quickly, and Sibo's got short legs, and that Ram's got a long reach, and maybe he doesn't want to get too close. So.
Maybe Sibo could use his watery tentacles and you can get onto the wall somewhere.
we do have that potion of climbing too. He could.
It's true.
Well, let's just keep our distance, but try and not look like we're trying to keep our distance. Anyway, we've got I think,
I knew that was coming.
a couple hours of travel, so shall we get underway?
And I guess we're having this conversation while we're walking there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess we've been traveling and having this conversation. My bad.
All
Otherwise
right.
we'll lose track of our guide here.
As you travel through the wastes, he occasionally lets out MGM-style lion roars, calling from the waste his entourage, his greatest warriors. 3 more heavily testicle-laden lions swagger onto the scene, raising your total of lions to 4.
Nice.
He said that there was a 5th guy, but he died and is in the queue for resurrection. Let's see.
He took a ticket, but he's like 75 and they're only on like 3, so it's gonna be a while.
I mean, yeah, the Ram can only resurrect so many people per day. You know what I'm saying? And yeah.
They have to keep the island in sort of a state of like their state of replacement for death. They have to keep the island just running like barely enough to
Everything perfectly
yeah.
balanced.
not exceed the. If you can only bring back 3 people a day, you can't have 4 people a day dying.
True. All right. Let's see. Let me make sure this map is reset. Everybody back in their hiding places. Okay. All right, we're good to go. So what's the play on approaching the? Oh wait, do you want some flavor text? I got some flavor text if you want it.
Yeah, give us the flavor text. Get us in the
Sure.
TPK mood.
Rising rising like a gilded mirage from the heart of the foreboding desert, the golden citadel stands as a breathtaking testament to opulence and grandeur. The magnificent palace, crafted entirely from gleaming gold, captures the sun's blazing rays and casts them outward in a dazzling display that could be seen for miles. All right. Nestled in the entry alcove, you see your friend, Graaahm, the tarnished golden ram. He seems to be vibing.
His name is Graaahm the Ram. Oh my god. I missed that on the watch there.
Okay. Woke lion number 4. Nice. Bossy golden lion says, well, what now, champion of Thylea?
Or not, Julian.
I think it's lightning resistant potion time.
Well, we said we were going to drink those before
Yeah,
we.
the bossy lion says, where are potions?
You're
Not sure.
mighty enough where the lightning shouldn't affect you as much.
I don't think that's true. I'd like a potion.
I mean, we do have enough, and it would be nice for them to survive.
Yeah, I like what this fish guy is saying.
I didn't hear Andronicos accent. I heard Nathan accent there.
As did I. I think that was OOC.
The stage whisper.
Sorry. This lion says in a much deeper voice, yeah, I think we should get potions.
Yeah, fuck it. Orn will knock back a potion to this dude's mouth.
Oh shit! All right.
Really? This is what we're doing now?
One for me, and one for a lion.
They've agreed to help us, Julian. We owe it to them to do what we
All
can
right,
to keep them safe.
No, not the resistance cantrip. He wants resistance to lightning.
You just cast you like give him a bottle of water and just cast resistance on him.
There we go. There we go.
All right, and I guess there's 4 lions and
Yeah.
5 of us, so you still have 1 left over.
In the deepest voice yet, this lion says, "Thanks."
Who didn't? Who's not? So pretty much we have 1 free potion left. If all of us drink 1, and we gave each lion 1, somebody has 1 potion left.
Yep.
With these potions, we cannot be defeated.
The blind sight potions are an hour too. Do we want to just drain them right now also?
Oh, you have blindside potions? Ah, we would like those as well. We
Those
only
aren't
have
good.
dark vision.
Those aren't important.
We have 6 eyes. Each of us will need 3 potions.
That's how that works.
That's how math works. Why would Thylea, the great goddess, give me understanding of mathematics, if not to win this argument against you?
That's fair. I'll hold on to that 10th potion.
All right.
Fuck it. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna give one of them a blind sight potion.
No,
too.
don't give them the blind side. If you give
Oh,
one of
why
them
not?
one, if you give one of them one, they're
Right.
all gonna want one. Leave it at the lightning resistance.
Them actually being able to hit would be nice, though.
I mean,
Need a persuasion, or I will mutiny.
stage. All right, Andronicus, you got it.
To what? You want any to persuasion?
He needs an intimidation or persuasion, or he will start a mutiny.
All right, I'll use an inspiration on this.
Oh, damn. Okay, he says, I am placated. It is amazing you even gave us the potion in the first place. Some might say it's more than we deserved.
You've come here and offered us your aid. We will
All right,
do our best
boys.
to keep you safe.
Fan out and make sure you don't clack those fat testicles together too loud. We don't want to give away our position.
All right, Julian, you're on.
One second. We're doing a bunch of prep. I gotta, make sure I'm all set with my false life.
You gotta cast it 17 times to get that max roll.
Your false wife. She's back at Mitros. You managed to
False
avoid talking
life.
to her the whole. You were back for fucking 10 days. You didn't even talk to her.
Oh yeah, that's what.
Izzy, research.
Oh my god. Not even you couldn't even send her a Stimpay.
I don't have a Stimpay.
You were researching with Sibo the whole time. Sibo, who's got a Stimpay.
Really, this is the route we're going. We're gonna give Julian a hard time.
Always.
First, you don't give me money for the rowboats, and now you're neglecting your husband duties. I don't know.
Oh, now you care about me neglecting my husbandly duties.
Only if it gives you a hard time.
All right, so I guess are we all clumps? This is what we're doing. We're all clumping together.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know how much are we allowed to move before we're going in. Is this the entrance right here, or are we on like the doorstep? I wasn't sure how much we were allowed to like fan out before pulling the ram over. Pulling over Graaahm.
I mean, Julian would just start walking.
I mean, would you guys want to walk up with him so that you're in melee?
Sure.
I mean, it'd be nice.
Yeah, go ahead.
It'd also be nice to not immediately take half my health in one AoE that knocks out Julian and leaves Orin and I bloodied.
And I wanted some boats, but we can't always get what we want, Andronicus.
Those rowboats would have come in handy on this sand over
You take that 90 damage and you like it.
From across the way, the ram just watches you with its square-shaped ram eyes.
So weird.
Says, finally it speaks and says, so you have returned. You bring what was promised. I hope.
Julian will reach under his cape and he will bring out the diamond and then put it away.
A stole stone? How droll. Fine. Bring it forward. The rest of you can wait outside. Once my master has confirmed its authenticity, I will release you from your promise. And perhaps you can speak with the master if you impress him.
You don't want to closer look yourself. We went through a lot of trouble to acquire this.
I will look. Bring it forward.
Julian will come about there, and he will
He's gonna
bring
roll
out
a fatty insight on you.
When he says inside, he means like past him into the thing, right? Like he wasn't saying that he was up with Julian.
Yeah, we don't want Julian to go in there by himself.
All right, give me a deception or a performance.
Gotta hold it just out of reach.
Yeah, Julian will give a deception, and I will use my last D inspiration to have advantage.
Okay.
You can prestidigitate to make it look fancier.
Oh, I'd rather put my faxpiration on.
Oh, my bad.
Orin,
I got it.
Orin, why are you so far back?
I've got a bow.
Okay. Okay. With that inspo, it is very convincing. Your allies, except for Maya, think that maybe in the last 10 or so days you went and got the soul. You're so convincing.
Where Julie?
Oh, you couldn't all be lying. Your allies seem impressed with your skills. Bring it forward. And it actually stands up. All
Picking
right.
up the stone steps forward.
As you do, its eyes begin to glow, and it begins to stare at the gem.
Whenever you're ready, Julian.
Yeah.
All right. At that point,
kick off
I'm going to subtle spell cast Mind Sliver.
Oh,
Oh.
okay. He's gonna be like, "Where did that psychic damage come from?
If only you had 30 sorcery points.
I must have ate my ice cream too fast." All right,
Something.
let's see. As you do, we roll into initiative.
What?
Yeah, what? It's crazy. All right, so he takes the full damage, and will be penalized. But we will roll into initiative.
So -2 on his next save.
Okay.
We moved Sibo to like next to Maya. Forgot about him.
Shit, yes.
Yeah.
I was so focused on my own business.
Nice, there you go.
All right.
He's in your backpack.
Boop. Okay.
Backseat driver I am.
Let's see. We should probably roll him into initiative too. Here we go.
Hell yeah, 12. That's like my best initiative with Andronicus ever.
I should have used the inspiration to roll initiative.
Pathfinder Feels is getting a 29 on your initiative and still going last.
Sibo. Sibo.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
All right, here we go.
hopefully Sibo got it for us.
We'll see.
He did pretty good.
Hey, look at that.
All right. Let's see. Stop this.
By the way, we have color by our pop out Lancer initiative now.
Nice.
It works again. I'm so happy.
I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna pop it out too, cause man, might as well. Somebody worked hard to make this fucking happen.
Was it picked up by some other dev?
No, I'm not sure, but the person who did it, it's not a new mod. It's the same mod. They updated it today.
Nice. It is nice being able to pop it out.
Yeah, before I started popping out chat and then keeping the initiative tracker on normal.
Okay. Sibo, start things off for us.
Okay. Sibo immediately Eldritch. No, he does not Eldritch Blast.
I think Sibo would know that we want Maya to get the
Yeah,
first fight up.
Sibo would know, but Sibo would also be like, I make finger guns at the ram, but I don't pull the trigger.
You could just hang out.
Alright, so I think since he's got limited spell slots. No, that's... Sorry, I'm trying to measure distances. Okay, so... He's 60 feet from me? Yeah. Okay. So Sibo will just shoot a crossbow bolt at the ram.
All right. It's been a long time since he used a crossbow. He gets it going. He fires a shot. It's a beautiful shot. It goes somewhere over here.
Dang it, guys. Sorry. I'll pass to Maya.
All right, Maya.
Right. Seeing the psychic damage take effect. Maya's
Ooh,
gonna go ahead.
Maya, Sibo, and Orin, you notice something disturbing. Where the bolt struck the palace, it embedded into the golden wall, and there is a slight trickle of blood coming from it.
In the wall?
Oh my goodness. Okay. Whew.
Oh, yeah, okay. Hmm.
The dragon is supposed to be the palace, right?
No, I connected it.
Okay.
You mentioned turning us into bricks.
Yes. All right. Here's the response.
Well, I
Alright.
want to just say I really appreciate that you watched the episode that you missed and have retained it so well. Please take it the evidence first.
Nice.
All right, Earthbind time with a -2 to a save. All right, no magic resistance on this boy. Here we go. He fails. He is earthbound.
Great.
And he has taken 12 damage from before, so I need to make sure that's on there.
Last licks, guys.
If only.
All right, so let's see. This is the ongoing effect that you're concentrating on. Its fly speed is reduced to 0. Airborne creature affected by this safely feather falls to the ground. Okay.
Alright. Inspiration point to steal. Or he can.
Okay.
So
Wait, he
so
can't.
cast that
He can't
act-
steal. He didn't take any damage, so
Oh, never mind that.
technically he could have stolen to start the combat because he took damage before combat started, and he in no way thought that this was gonna go. He wasn't surprised by your treachery. Let's just put it that way.
This was an excellent deception. We come in.
But I lied so convincingly.
You did. That's why he was like, okay, yeah,
I'll
I
play
want to see
along.
it. Yeah. He's
Okay,
like, maybe it's worth a shot. He seems pretty sure of himself.
Let me see here. What's the range? No, that's way too far. Or is it? You just check. Is there a range on my sacrifice? Okay, I just have to be able to see them. All right, so I'm gonna mark him as a
Okay.
bonus action. Sacrificial mark, and then I'll use my movement to back up and tell the lions to go, and I'll pass to. We'll pass to. We'll pass to Julian, so you can get out of there if it needs to.
Well, I mean, are you passing to me or are you passing to the lions? Because you just said you
You think
told the
the
lions to go. So do you want to pass
Yeah.
to them? Because they're going to have to
Yeah,
run
we'll,
up.
we'll pass to the lions.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. I'm just gonna mark them because I don't have Earthbound because I can't believe it actually landed on a bad guy. I'm just gonna put a green dot there.
Yeah, no, right.
All right.
I mean, it was bound to happen sometime.
Yeah.
Hey,
Gotta
yeah.
cast it
This is
once
the
every
second-
flying
second
enemy.
This is the second flying enemy. It might help us.
Okay. You passed a woke golden lion.
Yep.
All right. He immediately makes it political. Just kidding. So he's going to, he's gonna charge across the bridge with his badass movement speed of a fide. All right. So
Hey, just out of curiosity, why are their Lancer Initiative colors the same as the bad guys?
because they don't like you guys very much. Oh, I guess I should make them friendly so they benefit from your saving throw benefit bonuses and stuff. Alright. Hold on. When they realize that there's more prizes for being good, they switch to being friendly. There you go. Alright. So he's gonna move and dash, and then he'll move another 5 feet, maximizing his action economy. With the
Nice,
minor
nice.
actions that we've had before some other game came out that had them, just throwing that out there. Anyways, he's gonna pass to Pusillanimus. Wow, Pusillanimus. Jesus
Oh,
Christ,
it's the
that's a tough
cowardly
word.
one, I think.
Why did we take all these French words when we already had so many words of our own? That's what I try to figure out.
Because English goes around and mugs other
All right.
languages for their phonetics.
Pusillanimous is showing a lack of courage or determination. A timid or cowardly lion in this case. So
Well,
sure.
It was actually because at one point the royal family of England was completely French, and so high society introduced a lot of French words into
Oh my
English,
gosh. I hate
whereas
it.
regular English people continued to use the original version.
He is going to take a stealth action and hide behind this pillar. None of you know where he is, including Maya.
oh shit.
Dang. This prey, prey animal right there. I mean, not prey animal, predator animal right there.
Wow.
Oh, I guess
Like
prey and predator.
Like a World of Warcraft rogue, he just fucking disappears. Ratchet is up. I know what that word means. So he's gonna move and move again and move 5 feet, and that'll do him. All right, and he understands that if switching to the good guys team will get him better saving throws, so he does. Bossy is up. Let's see. Bossy doesn't want to line up on the bridge like that. That seems like a bad idea. You know what I'm saying? So he's actually going to run to this side of the bridge, take a dodge action. That way, if he tries to escape, right? Like, he's blocked. Anyways, he will pass to Andronicos, the nicest of all the heroes, according to the Lions, because he made sure they all got a potion.
All right, I'm gonna drop a fog cloud around our ram friend. As soon as I figure out where it is on my innate magic thing.
Can you hold that until after I take some shots?
That's why you should have fucking ran forward earlier.
Just take the shots. Or take this pod cloud. I'll figure it out.
All right. So you're gonna throw down a fog cloud?
Yep, and then I'm gonna run up next to him.
Okay.
It says Julian and Orn hasn't acted. Is that accurate? Julian's, I guess his thing was what triggered combat, so yeah, I guess he didn't. Yeah, I'll pass to Orin.
I'm gonna swap the music. It's too repetitive. So. All right, you're gonna pass to Julian. Julian, you're up.
All right. So, not knowing whether or not this ram has true sight, which is a fair question, I'm going to relocate off to the left. And knowing that I shouldn't use fire or lightning or the like, I'm going to target the ram with the chromatic bullet. Let's do acid damage.
Okay. So you're firing into the fog clouds. Just a blind shot, or do you have the blind sight? You have 30 feet.
I have the blind sight.
Yeah. Okay. In that case, a 17 does not hit.
I'll succeed at a cost.
Oh, okay. Give me fresh damage. And here is your. Wah. Hold on. There we go. Here is your sack cost. Unlucky. All right, that's not too bad. Okay, so all that as acid damage is going to hit.
Yes.
All right, takes 24 points of acid damage. All right, anything else from Julian?
No, that's movement, action, bonus action. I presume it will steal at this point.
It is going to try to steal, yes. Going once, going twice. All right.
Is this the start of the next round then?
Did Orin already go this turn?
Orin hasn't gone yet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
I can cap this up.
All right, so he's going to take his turn. He gets his 4 Paragon actions. All right. Okay. He is going to walk forward to here. He is going to let out a mighty Belit. And Andronikos, you blind sight see these panels here on the side open, and you see that 4 greed warped dwarves join the battle.
Those fucking guys.
Do I get a glimpse of like more dwarves waiting in line for him to bleed again before they come out? Or?
Nope. You see a very uncomfortable chamber for each of them to hang out in.
They're like room closet. They're got a sandwich. They've got like a little stool and a.
They're inside of a room closet. They don't get fed or anything. When they die, he just resurrects them and has them stay there again.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
pretty.
God.
It's pretty. Yeah, it's a pretty miserable situation. All right. And then let's see.
As far as boss minion goes, I guess.
He can't see, so yeah, he's gonna keep going until he can see. All right, I think at that point some of his mini is outside of the thing, so you can kind of peek around. All right, he sees you, Julian, and he says, "Your inevitable betrayal is no surprise to me, but to see the Golden Lions rise against us, unacceptable." And he is going to. Nah, he's got his stats are too good to play too stupid. He is mostly unaware of Andronikos. He's got a passive 22 perception. Maybe he is aware of Andronikos. Fuck it. He's gonna go after Julian. All right.
I mean, yeah, I'll take a free swing at him.
Yeah, go for it. Ooh, 18 is just enough to hit. Nope, my bad. I lied to you. His AC is 19. Sorry. So you don't hit. Oh, wait, you're an unseen opponent, though. So you have advantage.
That's true.
All right, so we rode the roller coaster there. All right. What damage am I looking at here? Looks like some radiant damage. I like that.
Yeah, so I don't have any. That's a class feature. I don't have any way to turn that off.
That's
I think
a shame.
it says you can. I think on a.
I'll check.
That's the 11th level.
But yeah, like I know
thing,
we're
right?
not. I know we're not supposed to do radiant, but I don't know if I have an option.
Well, shit.
That's the improved 11th level thing. When'd you get that?
Can you post the feature?
Yeah, whenever you hit a creature with a melee weapon, the creature takes an extra 1d8 radiant damage. I don't have a choice.
Beauty. I love it. All right.
Can't turn that off.
I mean,
It
from the
just
wording
says
of the
it happens.
All right.
All right.
So that triggers his blinding radiance.
Perfect.
So
But I've
some
got
of you
blind
guys-
sight and I've got my eyes closed.
That's right. You guys are fine. But your buddies that you convinced to come out here, maybe not. All All right, let's see. Blinding radiance. Everybody within 300 feet must do a con save or be permanently blinded. Oh man, would it shine through a fog cloud? It's pretty bright. I don't know if it would shine
I
through a
mean,
fog cloud.
the light would be diffuse technically. That's how fog works.
Yeah, yeah. All right, I agree, Julian. I won't make the greedy dwarves make saves. That's good. All right, so we're gonna do all 4 of your lions. There we go. They got to make con saves. Attribute.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure heavily obscured counts as blinded. Like,
Yeah.
and if they're in there, they're heavily obscured. So yeah, I'd say they shouldn't have to. Even though it'd be nice.
Ooh, those some good fucking saves. Oh, no. Oh,
Is it? You said Constitution save, right?
yes. Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm gonna just use an inspiration on this.
Oh, are you not using the blind save potion?
No, because it's 30
Okay.
feet. And I'm so far back.
Oh, is Sibo using the blind save potion? I would actually say that. Would you guys have your eyes closed? Like Andronikos is fine, but would you guys have your eyes closed, or would you just be having that as an extra layer? Because I don't think you expected Andronikos to blind everybody.
I mean, I
I mean,
think
I
we
wasn't-
probably know that.
I think that's fair. I'm gonna
Yeah.
roll a save.
All right,
and
so
Sibo's gonna roll a
I'm
save.
gonna need all y'all to do it because nobody said they were blindfolding themselves or closing their eyes or anything.
All right, 17.
Well, shit.
It's okay. You've got blind sight.
Yeah. Now that your eyes are burnt out of your head, you've got blind sight. It's all good.
Nice, nice.
Oh yeah, the searing pain hasn't
I'm
done
glad we-
anything to my
glad we,
concentration or mental state.
Glad we covered strictly no fire, radiant, or lightning damage. Glad nobody's planning on using that for this fight. Good thing.
All right, so first lion makes it, second lion makes it, third lion does not make it. I guess that would be woke lion is now blind. And then let's see. Where is it? Blinded. There we go. All right, and then amongst the good guys, Julian, you said you were rolling with or without advantage. Was it just a straight roll?
It was a straight roll. I'm out of it. I'm out of
All right,
demon
you are
inspiration.
blind. Sibo is blind. Maya is blind. Orin, you make the save.
Nice.
All right.
All right. You want to turn it on through Cub to get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
And then we gotta switch you to have. What is it? The setting for it in
It's sense. Sense
all.
all.
Sense all 30. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'll try to get Sibo set up real quick.
Oh, I wouldn't have it on because I didn't drink it.
Oh, you didn't drink it. Oh shit.
No, no.
Okay. Did Sibo drink it or no?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay, never mind. All right.
I'll turn it off on myself.
Okay, got it. All right. So let's see. As it rushes by, it gets hit with radiant damage. It explodes in light, and then Julian, you are not actually blinded because you have blind sight, but you are blinded because your eyes are burned out. He is going to attack you with a charge attack. Here we go. Let's see, 1 ram attack and 1 hoof attack. Okay, hoof is okay. So here's the ram attack. 27, 13 bludgeoning.
Yeah, I can't do anything about that.
2 thunder, 8 lightning, and since he charged you, I need a strength saving throw. Or you will be dazed until the start of the creature's next turn.
What was the DC?
19.
All right, yeah, I failed miserably.
All right, then you are dazed. And then we'll just use stun to keep track because for some reason we don't have dazed as a convenient effect. It knocks you back 20 feet. It adds an extra. What is this? During a charge, an extra 3d8 force damage on top of the other damage it caused. 19 force damage, and you are prone. All right.
What is the effect of the dazed condition again? I don't remember.
Dazed is you can only do an action or a bonus action. Let's see. Dazed, you can do an action or a bonus action, not both, regardless of the creature's abilities or magic items. It can't make more than one melee or ranged attack during its turn.
Nice.
Yeah. It's a better alternative to full stun. I think. And then, does he have any movement left? He moved. Nope. That'll be it. He cannot do anything else. His turn ends. Play will pass to Oren.
All right.
These four, they need this round to compose themselves, so they're not going to start acting until next round.
All right. Oren's gonna move up 30 feet, running towards the ram. Hefts the bow. He's got arrow knocked. We'll just see, as soon as the ram's pokes its head out of the fog and slams into Julian, he'll let loose an arrow aiming for the head of the ram. $19 for 13. This is magical damage.
Okay. 19 is its armor class, so that is going to hit. 13 points of damage.
Another one. 31 for 12.
Okay.
And then 31 for 16.
Nice.
I was so distracted by the radiant damage, I forgot to tell you that when you attack the creature with slashing damage, Andronicos, it actually took double damage from slashing.
Oh,
Cheers.
shearing. I was gonna say shearing
Yep.
that boy.
Did I see that before I went blind?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Okay.
Before you went blind. All
I mean, I
right.
did it inside of a fog cloud, but
But he had
well, he does have
blindsight,
blind
though.
sight too, though.
Yeah.
I've got blindsight going on.
All right, so all three of those shots hit.
All right.
Speaking of which, can I get my blind sight turned on so I can see the
Yeah.
dwarf boys?
So that's what, 25? Yeah, okay, yeah. And then on that last hit for the 16, I'll do a maneuvering attack with it. And then it'll do 1 extra damage, but an ally can use half their movement to get into a more advantageous position. Let's see, so the creature, they can see or hear, so Julian can hear. I'll say, Julian, get off the ground. And it says the creature can move up to half its speed. Would that mean they can also stand up?
That's true. It takes half your speed to stand up.
Yes, so they would just be able to stand up.
Alright. So he'll call out for Julian to stand up. And then that's my shots. As a bonus action. He's not going to drink the blind sight potion yet. He's going to say, hang in there, Julian. You're doing great. And he's going to rally him. So rally Julian, so he'll get 22 temp HP.
Nice.
And then that'll be his turn. I imagine I will pass it to the greed twisted dwarves.
Into the next round, you're going to pass it to them. Because remember, they can't go. They're not going to be able to go this round. They just got roused for battle.
Oh, then I guess the ram could steal if they wanted to.
It's got a bunch of Paragon actions to spend.
Pass the lions. Let them get into position.
I'll go to the lions.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's a pretty fat initiative tracker, so yeah, I think it's gonna wait. All right. You can pass directly to if you wanted, but which lion do you pass to?
The closest, the most courageous, woke lion.
Oh, okay. Woke Lion can't see so well, but is going to continue on its way.
Fix that afterwards.
I thought this one saved.
No, this is the one that didn't. There
Oh,
was one.
you're doing your
Yeah.
best. Get in there.
All right, he moves forward, and then he listens, and then he moves over, with a dash action. All
Poor
right,
guy.
and that is his turn. Okay, he's gonna pass to, Wretched. All right, Wretched can see great. Wretched's gonna move in. It's gonna go move and dash, and get to right there. All right, Wretched will pass to Pusilibus or whatever, and then Pusilibus is going to keep stealth. No, he's gonna move and dash behind this pillar, and he's gonna use a bonus action to take cover. All
Just
right.
change it to cowardly or something.
Ah, no, I
So-
must mispronounce words. It is my way. He's gonna move in here, and he's gonna move up. He's ready to join the battle. There we go. All right, cats are moving in. The cats will pass to the dwarves. As they do, the ram is going to use Paragon Defense. It is going to take a sizable chunk of damage to remove. You know what? It's doing okay without flying. Yeah, it is actually going to use a Paragon action to move to stand over Julian. That seems pretty good. Yeah. Okay. And then the first dwarf is going to go, the vulgar dwarf. He steps out into the fog. He can't see. He's coughing. He's waving his arms. He's going to stumble out of the fog with the dash action. And then he'll go to here. All right. He will pass to Machiavellian. As he does, the ram is going to go. It is going to try and step on Julian. Against prone targets.
Julian will quip that. Oh, don't they have to pay extra for this sort of treatment?
He was able to stand up from the maneuver, right?
Oh, he
Yes.
did stand up for the maneuver. Okay. In that case, I would not step on you. I would just do another ram attack. So I'll just keep my attack roll, I guess. But here's some damage. 12 bludgeoning,
Okay.
8 thunder, 2 lightning, and you are pushed 20 feet and knocked prone again. And I guess as long as it's away from him, yeah. All right, he's gonna try to knock you into the sand. You may use your reaction to try to grab a hold of the ledge rather than tumble down into the raging quicksand.
Fortunately, you
I
used
would
your
very much
reaction to
like
stand
to.
up.
Oh,
What?
So unfortunately, you
Oh.
used the reaction to stand up.
damn. All right, then you are down in you fall down into the quicksand.
On the bright side, you got your breathing
Okay.
bubble.
All right, let's see. Oh yeah, are you all rocking the breathing bubble, or did you cast it that many times?
No, I only spent four spell slots, so it would be on. I guess my plan was Andronikos and Orange, because they were going to be in melee.
I got you.
Well, shit.
All right, so Julian, you get knocked into the quicksand, and immediately you begin to sink 1d4 plus 1 feet. So you are 2 feet below the surface, so your beautiful Easter hams would still be available for targeting of spells and effects.
Oh, I need to roll a what was it? A strength save to see if I'm knocked prone.
The ram just knocks you prone with those. The
Oh, it just happens. Okay.
yeah. The strength save was against the charge to avoid being dazed.
Ah.
Yeah, this guy just goes knocking people around with his attacks. It's like he has
Okay, so
repelling. It's like he has repelling blast on his horns, essentially.
So I still need to make the save, or not this time?
There's no save. You're just in the sand because you don't have a reaction to grab the edge.
Right. No. I'm sorry. I thought it was about being dazed. So.
Oh no, the daze is still in effect until the end of your next turn.
Oh, I'm great. Okay.
Yeah, which could happen right now since you took damage. Do you want to steal?
Yeah, I'm gonna steal.
Okay. All right. So that other dwarf doesn't get to go yet. Julian goes instead. All right. Julian, to you.
Daze does what
You
again?
may take an action or a bonus action, but not both.
Okay. Well, shit. So if I were to activate my boots, not my boots, my sandals of flying, would they be able to lift me out of this, or are they not strong enough to
Oh,
do
that's a
so?
good question.
You would still need to make the save against the quicksand, which is a provided the creature is not completely submerged, you can escape from quicksand with a strength check, which is to say an athletics check. Currently, the DC is 12. So the ability to fly or not fly would not have any impact on getting freed from the quicksand. It would just give you more options to get up onto the ledge again because you are 10 feet down.
Hold on. So I'm seeing some rocks in the quicksand. Are they like big enough that I could stand on them?
If you could reach them, yeah. Yeah, they're like, like dramatic spires of stone rising out of the shifting quicksand.
Well, I mean, then in that case, if they're enough where I can stand on them, I'm just gonna misty step onto this this rock behind me
Okay.
and just wait it out
All right.
as best I can. Oh, would I see the rock with my blind sight though? Like, do I see the like
Within 30 feet of you, would you see it?
Yeah, it's within 25 feet.
Yeah, then you would see it. You see everything
Okay,
with
I just didn't know if it was
blind
like Daredevil sense or whether it was like bat sonar.
sight. It's kind of like a mix and match. I
Okay.
mean, yeah. Here,
I
I'll
just
turn
want-
it.
I
I'll
want
turn
it
it.
to
I'll turn
be-
it on for you. There we go. And then I'll blind you so you can get the effect.
Full experience,
So normally you only see creatures, the way Foundry is set up, but yeah, you would know that there's some terrain there.
Okay. In that case, I'll misty step there.
I think Atropos designed this with the idea that you have Fog of War on. So when you're blind, you still see the map.
Oh, interesting.
For some reason,
Yeah.
I think that puts me on there.
All right. And then we allow you to teleport out of prone, so you
Yeah.
would not be prone anymore. All right. So that was your bonus action. You don't get the action, but the daze goes
Right.
away. Now what?
I mean, I'm not gonna move anywhere. I need my boots, and that requires an action to activate.
All right. Who would you like to pass to?
I will pass to Sibo so he can drink his potion.
All right. Okay, Sibo bonus action drinks the potion.
Yep. Where did it go on his sheet? I put it on there. I thought I did. Okay. Yeah. I guess Sibo's gonna try and go looking for somebody. Oh. Dealing with creatures as they get closer. So his tentacles sprout out Doc Ock style.
Nice.
And
All right. Anything else
So
for SIBO?
that's action, bonus action, movement. We'll pass to Andronicus.
All right. Andronicus, as play is passed to you. Let's see. The ram is going to use the Paragon action. And it is going to. Yeah, this could work. Let's see. Let me do a measurement real quick. Nah. Yeah, it's gonna use its Paragon action to dodge. All right. You are up.
All right, and he is on the ground, but he is free of Earthbind, right?
No, he has
Yeah,
Earthbind still.
Okay. Oh no, yeah, he just said it again. So the way that line of sight in spells works, right? Like glass breaks line of sight for spells, for example. So if I threw like a wall of water in the circle around him,
Mm-hmm.
would that break his line of sight for spells?
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to move to right here, then I'm going to do that. I'm going to wall of water and circle around him.
Okay. Post it up. So that would drop the fog cloud, which is fine. And then wall of water, or a ringed wall 20 feet in diameter and 20 feet high. All right, that works. So that would go around him.
Also,
All right.
remember, Andronicos and Orin both have freedom of movement and the air bubble.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else from Andronicos?
I will move over a little bit more to complete my movement, and then I'll bonus action stab. And then that's me.
Okay.
I will pass to Maya.
All right. Maya, to you.
All right, first things first, she's gonna put her hands on her eyes and bonus action, Lesser Restoration to get rid of the blind.
Nice.
All right, so no more blind.
Man, bonus action, lesser restoration. That's clutch.
All right, and then she's going to action, summon a where is it? Bell-shaped companion, and we're gonna go with an owl.
Okay. Oh, do you need an owl, or do you have one?
Yes. No,
Okay.
I don't have one.
All right. Let's see. Oh man. Okay. This will just be a off-world, non-Thylean owl, but I got one for you.
I guess if you want, you can use my the image from my my giant owl thing. Just make it small.
Bloop. All right. There you go. There's an owl. Oh my goodness. All right.
That's pretty. All right. It has to be within 10. I think the spell makes me only can place it within 10 feet of me. So,
Okay.
I'll summon it right here.
Okay. You should have control. There you go.
Yeah. All right, and then action. I'll use my movement to back up over here, even further away from it. And let me see here. So movement. All right. And then I'll end my turn here, and I'll have the owl fly towards Oren. Dash to get behind him. All right, that'll be my turn. I'll pass to Oren.
All right. Okay. Alright, Oren will move to step in front of Sibo. And taking aim at the warped savage coming towards them, he will unleash a couple arrows.
Oh yeah, both of those are gonna hit. All three of those are gonna hit.
Alright, so we got, what is that, 27 damage, I believe. So yeah, he just puts 2 into each one of the arms of the gnome, or the dwarf, and then 1 into the stomach. And then as he does, he slides the bow back onto his back with his item interact. And as a bonus action, we're going to imposing glare this guy. There's a burst of magic around Oren as this guy has to make a charisma save DC 17 or be frightened.
Okay. Who was this targeting?
This is going on Bulgur.
Okay. Here we go.
Nice.
He fails terribly.
He's frightened 4.
Okay.
Alright, and then he can steal if he'd like.
Yeah. No, he already acted, actually.
Oh, we'll give it to the lions then. Actually, they've already gone as well. We'll give it to the other dwarves.
Okay. So you're gonna pass the other dwarves, you said?
Yep, that'll work.
Alright. Let's see. So we don't have this fog cloud anymore. I'm still seeing the fog cloud on the map, though. Is anyone else still seeing the fog cloud on the map?
Yeah.
So
No, because I lied.
Oh, fair.
You lucky bastard, you.
Huh. Okay.
it's not the actual template though. It's like the effect that it places
It's a
down. Like I can't
You go-
select the
yeah,
template.
yeah, it's a sequence effect. So if you go over to the
Yeah. Sequencer. Got it.
it's there, or it's a tile.
Let's see. Sequencer manager. Nothing is being played.
There might be a tile.
No, it's not a tile either. I can't select it. It's just left over from the template being deleted, I think. Whatever. All right. Let's see. Machiavellian is going to come out, and then he is going to rush forward and attack this wretched lion. And let's see. He's got a flank from his buddy. He's got a multi-attack. He can make 2 melee attacks. He is going to... let's see. This thing's pretty big. I don't know if he can pick up and fling this lion. Alright. He's just going to hit it with his tarnished golden chain. And he's going to be reckless about it. There we go. 1 attack with a +2 in advantage. 12 is not going to do it. And he swings again. Or sorry, 14 would not do it either. These guys have a great armor class. A 21 would do it. And then he is going to... Wow. Knock the creature prone? That sounds good. He's going to knock the creature prone. Alright, they got to make a strength save, though. Let's see if they succeed. They do. They're not knocked prone. So instead, they just take the damage. However, These guys are immune to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical weapons.
Nice.
So it takes no damage. Let's see. All right, they're gonna pass to well-mannered. As they go to pass to well-mannered, the ram is going to use another Paragon action. It is going to awaken some of the gold curse from the sand pits. And he's going to direct them to go after Julian. Alright, they are very slow though. So, as they appear, they're going to move and dash towards you, Julian. Alright. And then, let's see. This boy up here can step out, join the fight. And, they ain't too bright. Yeah. I guess they're gonna run up and attack this lion because it seems like a good situation. Let's see. Can't fling him. Doesn't know any better. Yeah. Anyways, they're gonna swing twice. Oh my god. What a waste of a beautiful 59 damage critical hit. Alright, does nothing to the golden lion. The golden lion roars defiantly in his face. He is gonna pass to relieved, and then relieved is going to step out, and he's gonna rush up. As he does see this little guy right here. He's gonna go ahead and attack this little guy. So Andronicos, as he moves out, he is going to go reckless, and then he is going to attack twice. Let's see. Since you are small, he might be able to fling you. So he's gonna try and grab you with his first attack. Wow. So no damage because he tried to grab you. But he critically grabbed you. That's pretty cool. And then he's gonna fling you into the sand. So he can throw you up to 60 feet. But it is in a random direction.
60 feet? What?
Yep.
Yep.
Here we go. 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Would be
Throw me onto that rock.
this way. 60 feet. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on. I gotta close these fucking character sheets. Let's see. 60 feet, you would actually land right on the edge here. So I'm gonna stay with momentum. If you have a reaction, you can use it to grab the ledge. Otherwise, you'd probably spill over into the sand.
I do have a reaction.
All right, so you're gonna go ahead and just grab hold of the ledge. So we'll just mark you as prone. All right, and let's see. He just kind of tossed you in that general direction. I don't know if that's enough to cause any damage from the fling. Let's see. You have to collide with a solid object. I guess the ground's a solid object. If a thrown creature strikes a solid object, they take 1d6 bludgeoning damage for every 10 feet that they were thrown. If you're thrown at another creature, that creature must succeed on a DC 18 dexterity saving throw. I guess technically he didn't throw you up and over. He threw you straight that way. So he would have just thrown you into this lion. That's significantly less cool. Alright, so he throws you against the lion. The lion can't take damage from this because it's not magical. Though wait, aren't you covered in magical metal armor?
Yeah.
Alright, I guess you would be.
You become a magical weapon.
Hype, hype, okay. So let's
The other two look
see.
over like, oh.
Yeah, wait a minute. This guy's a magic item. Okay, so then in that case, you were only flung 10 feet. So you would take a d6. The creature would get a dex save as well. All right. Here we go. These golden lions have such good fucking stats. Oh my god. All right. They make the save, so they don't take any damage, and you're just flat at their feet with your d6 damage. So much less cool than throwing you into the sand. All right, and that is his action economy. Let's see. They're gonna go ahead and pass to Oren. No, wait, you acted this round, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you already took like 3 fucking shots. All right, then they will pass to the ram. All right, ram isn't really appreciating this too much. You could just walk through a wall of water, right?
It's like difficult terrain, but yeah.
All right. Let's see. Yeah, sure. He is going to step. He's gonna poke his head out of the wall of water. He's not happy. He's all wet. He sees the situation here. And let's see. He's fought you guys before. Yeah, okay. He feels pretty good. He's gonna start casting a spell. And I don't believe Julian can counterspell because there's a wall of water 20 feet high blocking your line of sight to him.
Well, no, I doesn't counterspell require sight?
Yes.
And I'm not within 30 feet. It's
oh,
not.
right, and your blind sight got reduced. Yeah, he was gaming it based on a 60 foot. All right, that's great. All right, he's gonna bust out a chain lightning.
Nice.
Sorry, guys.
Here we go. I hope they're not as beefy as they were last time.
Well, we're resistant now too.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, okay, 40 instead of 70 something is much better. He is going to target. He can do 4 targets total. So yeah, he will do the Andronikos, Oren, and the 2 lions.
Do they have to be within 30 feet of each other?
Yeah, so he would just target this lion right here. Alright. Okay. So let's see. These guys both have to make saves. God damn. Let me check if lions have magic resistance. They do not. They do have magic weapons. That's pretty cool. Okay, so that would be 1 fail, 1 success. What? What's up?
All of our lions have lightning resistance too.
That's true. So let's see. This guy takes 20. This guy only takes 10. Oops. No, I set his life at 20. Hold on. Let's see. All right. Okay. So that went a lot better than the last time. All right. And then he sees that this did not go as well as last time, and he seems a little pissed off about it. He has more movement. He is going to use that movement to... Yeah, sure. He's gonna move this away. And let's see, his speed on the ground is only a 40, and these assholes are all chunking up the battlefield. Oof. All right, yeah. He will move to here, and he stops dodging, obviously. Man, not being able to fly sucks. Okay. Yeah, that's where he'll stop his turn.
Alright, if possible, Oren would like to steal.
Yeah, sure. Going into the next round, Oren, you spend resources to steal.
Nice. Alright. We're going to run up to right here. Actually, let's go to right here. Alright. Alright, right on the edge. Alright, because Oren's got a 10-foot reach, so Adam Interact draws his Chimera Trident, and now that the ram has gotten in stabbing distance, Oren will go for some stabs. So he's
Okay.
trying to, I guess, pull the ram's attention, stabbing at its chest, the same place where he's landed the arrow shots. Rushes forward and goes out with his trident, doing force damage. Hopefully there's nothing horrible on that.
No, but you do. He does use his reaction to do 13 lightning damage to you.
All right.
Okay.
We'll take the 6.
And he will take the 16.
All right. Another one.
All right, 17 more damage.
Last one. 16 more.
All right.
On that last one, he's going to do. Let's see. Okay, Chronic's is doing pretty good. Let's say, Julian, watch out! You've got some coming from the sand, and he'll rally Julian again.
Holy shit.
So Julian gets 35 temp HP. Alright. Let's see. I think that's all I want to do for now. So he stabs at the ram a couple times, rallies Julian, and then that'll be his turn. He'll give it straight to the ram.
Oh, dang, depriving it of its full Paragon action economy. Okay.
Yeah, let's play for this time.
Alright, it will use one Paragon as you pass to it. And it will use that to... let's see. Okay. Strength score of Ram. Check. So weird, you can't fly. I have to like look this shit up. How tall are you? Alright. Without a running start. Alright. So it is going to, this is for you, Dom, it's going to take a jump action. Which is to say it's going to use a move action, but it's going to jump as part of it. So its high jump is 10 feet off the ground. Its long jump is 25 feet. Oh wait, that's with a running start. Fuck. Alright. Without a running start, it's only 12 feet, only 5 feet off the ground. And it's got such a fat ass. Would you... Yeah. Okay. In that case... Yeah, alright. It will go ahead and use its woolly discharge. There we go. So it's going to initiate this. Did it roll?
I didn't see it.
And this is innate ability, not a spell, right?
Correct. It's like a Dragon's Breath weapon situation. Oh, I have to actually put down the template. There we go.
Fuck.
70.
Can you guys see it? I can't even see it.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
I see 2 of them. No.
All right, we'll take the first one. All right, so everybody within 30 feet of the... Sorry, 40 feet of the ram is affected by this.
Including his troglodyte friends.
Yeah, man,
those
fuck
are
those
greedy
guys.
dwarves, not drug.
Yeah, he'll just bring them back to life later.
It's a hard life out here.
Hey,
There's no union on the Golden Isles.
So that's gonna hit Julian. It's gonna hit. Oh my god. I'm struggling. There we go.
Oh, it does hit Sibo. Shit. Alright.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, it only takes 17 off that 70. Woo. God dang.
You take half.
Oh, and you get a boon.
Need a multi-class bear totem, gee.
Sibo will succeed at a cost.
I rolled a boon. I don't know if it's gonna show up for you or not.
I'm gonna inspiration to save.
I'll hit the again. Maybe it'll show up eventually.
Take the dodge action that doesn't use my reaction. I will definitely take that.
Okay.
So 19 save.
19's the save. Yep.
All right.
Sibo's
Okay.
within 1. He'll succeed at a cost.
All right. Here's succeed at cost for Sibo. Ultimate sacrifice. True damage equal to 50% of your maximum hit points.
Not worth.
Yikes. Yikes.
Well, that's Sibo, guys.
All right.
Yeah, it is. Perfect.
I can tell that's not on brand for him.
Man, another boon. Inspiring. You may, as a reaction, grant any ally who can see or hear you an inspiration. But you don't have a reaction right now, I don't think. No, wait, you didn't have to use it because you didn't get thrown off the edge. Yeah. Do you want to give inspiration to someone?
Yeah, Oren, you got room for an inspiration?
Yeah, I do.
All right, go ahead and take it.
Nice. Appreciate.
There's no way this guy could survive, so he dies. This thing right here. This guy's got to make a save. I'm just gonna grind my way through this real quick. Let's see.
The Sibo only takes 17 plus half.
Oh
his
my
HP.
god.
Damn.
Alright.
Your speed is 0 dice.
God damn.
Not your speed, this guy over here.
Yeah. I was just thinking
Uh,
70 damage. I don't know how much longer that speed's gonna
How are we fixed for Fanspiration?
make. We have 10.
Would anyone mind if Julian took one to roll with advantage on his deck save?
No, I say go for it.
Yeah, go for it. I'll
Yeah,
mark it
go
off because Scottrick just gave us another one, so I'll set us to 9.
Alright, thanks.
Don't forget to thank your patron, Scottrick.
Thank you, Scottrick.
Alright.
Hey,
His minions have to roll nat 20s to make their saves against us. It's fucking wild.
No one said it was easy working for Graaahm.
Yeah.
For the Graaahm.
Alright, so
They
they're
can
all
really bleed
bloody.
it up.
yeah, but they're
Oh
not
my
going to do it.
God. Did you say bleed it up? It's Okay.
Oh, Scottrick's here.
Oh,
Thank you,
with
Scottrick.
two hit points left, Vulgar Greed Warp Savage holds on.
Oh my god, his last legs.
Alright, let's see. I'm
Actual
gonna
last
roll
leg.
left lion, right lion. The lions that held back feel good about their decisions. Let's see. Alright, looks like Wretched got a 25, so they take half and then half again.
Yeah, 17.
Alright. And then it looks like the other guy, Woke failed, but has the potion you gave him. Alright. Whew. Good stuff. Okay. I think all that's mischief managed at this point. And then its turn actually comes up. You hear the bloop bloop bloops, and it will try to refresh that breath weapon. Needs a 5 or a 6. No, we do it. Yeah, we do it at the. I always forget. I try to do it at the end of the turns.
Raw is at the beginning of the turn.
Yeah. All right. I'll just.
We
do
try to do it, but
Yeah.
we have always forgotten to do it
Yeah.
at the end. So
It's cooler to do at the end, in my opinion, but you know.
yeah.
So he fails. He doesn't get it back. He's got his full action economy though. He is going to. Let's see. Man, is it worth taking the damage so that he can start flying again? Probably.
Or if he gets to reach for his bow.
He doesn't want to waste his whole action economy on that. And he does count as having magical weapons, so he could attack these jabronis right here. Alright. He's in melee with you, Oren?
Yes.
If he moves away?
When his
Okay.
threatened reach.
Got it. Alright. Yeah, he'll risk it. He'll move away from you.
Alright, Orm will not take the reaction.
Interesting. Alright. Oh, he will stop here. And feeling like he's at a good spot, he's going to start casting a spell.
I can't
Alright.
see him, so I can't counterspell.
Fair enough. He is going to cast Mass Cure Wounds.
I accept his cure wound.
Do you? All right. So he's gonna do 18 healing to himself and his minions.
Oh, he does care.
There we go. Do 70 to him and then give them 18 back. Yeah, that's good. That's good.
That's the certain game.
Oh, why didn't it add
Right
his spellcasting modifier? Or did he just roll that bad? No, he just rolled that bad. God damn. All right. So they all get 18.
He is shook by the turn of events so far.
Yeah. All right, that is his turn. He's got 4 Paragons in the tank. He is in control of the initiative. He is going to go ahead and pass it to Vulgar, because feels like Vulgar ain't going to make it that much longer. And Vulgar is still afeared.
Like 20 now.
Is Vulgar still afeared?
Oh no, it ended on Orin's turn.
Oh, okay. Let's see. He was gonna move closer. They're realizing that they can't hurt these goddamn lions. Maybe they could hurt these little people instead. Let's see. The Tarnished Gold Chain has a pretty good reach. So yeah, he's gonna go ahead and attack Orin with it twice, recklessly. So he's now an easy target. And first attack. And second attack.
First one will miss. Second will hit.
All right, so second one, he is going to try and restrain you with the whip. So give me a strength save.
Actually, for the second one, I think I'm going to parry it.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, we'll parry the second one, so gain 7 temp HP. Orin gets his trident up, turns the chain to the side, and sends it off into the stage.
Mm-hmm. All right. Let's see. Since no damage was dealt, they're still in control of the initiative. All right. They're gonna pass to relieved. Yeah. So as they pass to relieved is gonna reach down and try to grab Andronicos off the ground. So this is with advantage. He's not gonna be reckless. There we go. If it hits, it won't do damage. He's just gonna try and grab you. 19.
Nope.
Nope. 19 does not hit. All right. In that case, he is just gonna bring his war pick down and try to hit you with it.
I said thank you, but I can stand up on my own.
18 does not hit either.
No, really, I insist.
And then he is going to move over to here. As he moves away, you could, at disadvantage, make an opportunity attack if you would like.
I feel like I had to use my reaction to do something earlier.
Oh yeah, you gave
Oh,
it.
yeah,
some
I gave
inspiration.
Orin the
Yeah. All right. Okay. As he moves, he is going to pass to well-mannered. But as he goes to pass to well-mannered, Graaahm the Golden Ram is going to move up and over to here with his Paragon. All right. Well-mannered is going to try and move past these lions and get to these juicy casters in the back. You see, there's a little bearded child left unattended. So he's gonna move, and damn, they got pretty good movement. Shit. All right, that is going to provoke from the lion. The lion will definitely take that reaction, and it will.
Is that one of the lines already that's blinded, or?
Ooh, that's not the blinded one. That's wretched.
Okay, I couldn't really
Yeah.
tell.
That's the one that's blinded.
They both look
Yeah.
like their eyes are shut.
That's because they are always very happy and they're making like a little like chibi face. Anyways,
No, they're really blinded.
yeah, their balls hurt really bad. It's gonna swipe at him as he goes by.
Nice.
Yeah. So you might notice that it says the lion's claws always do max damage. So it's actually 20 points of damage.
Hell yeah. 1,500
Wow.
drachmae and a goldfish to get these guys on our side, you know? Small price to pay.
I mean, that and the liberation of their people, they're kind of into that idea too, a little bit.
I'm just talking about what we
alright.
paid up front, you know?
Oh, right. Alright, he's gonna go reckless, and he's gonna attack this little baby over here. Here we go. He's gonna use a golden chain on him. First attack. 19?
Misses.
Alright, and then he's gonna swing again.
Misses.
And miss. Alright. Let's see. He's going to pass to Machiavellian. Sounds good. As he does, the ram's going to use its Paragon action to ram Andronicus. So here we go.
Ram.
That'd be a 30 for 16 bludgeoning, 7 thunder, and 6 lightning.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Alright. Unfortunately, this lion is blocking for you, so if he knocks you 20 feet away from him, you're not really going to go anywhere. You just stay prone. As you slam against the lion's massive testicles. The lion makes a ooh sound as you do, because it was very painful. And I think that is that. You may steal Andronicus if you'd like.
Sure.
Okay.
I want to stand up.
In that case, this sweetie right here does not get to go yet, Machiavellian.
I'll drop concentration on Wall of Water.
Okay.
I
will use this expertly hand-drawn template. There we go.
it was very well done.
Thanks.
I will drink my Maya potion, so it's going to be 2d10 plus 2 with my bonus action.
Okay.
That tracks. And then I will attack our friend Graaahm.
Andronicus,
Actually, is this up here?
Andronicus Maya just cured herself. Can we deal with the dwarves first?
Deal with the dwarves first. Okay. Is there enough room for me to skirt along in between him and the wall up here?
I'm gonna say no. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he definitely doesn't want you to get by. He thinks he thinks you might be up to something.
Well, I mean, obviously. I will scoot right here and I will swing at Machiavellian.
All right. Yeah, that's a huge hit, and
wow.
he is a giant, by the way.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
My eyeballs, thank you.
Does that kill him or is he still alive?
So he takes the extra necrotic damage. Nice. All right, him still going.
All right, and here's number 2.
All right, that is also going to hit. You close Machiavellian's eyes forever. ... Only if you defeat the ram. As he dies, he reaches out towards you, Andronicus, and he says, "Please, make it last."
I will do my best, friend. And then I will 5e shuffle around the ram this way, sticking my tongue out at him the whole time.
Oh
Because
no!
I did get around it.
All right, he's nervous. He's definitely nervous.
Then I will pass to. We'll pass to C.
Okay, seeing his allies getting dropped, he is going to. Oh man, what a disgusting abuse of like the power over life and death. If I was to do this, yeah, fuck it. He says, "It's not over for you," and he stomps down hard on this dude's stomach with his hoof and fucking resurrects him. So he comes back with res sickness and like what, 1 hit point?
Oh my god. It's not even a true. It's not even a true.
Let's see. You touch a dead creature that isn't dead, blah blah blah. No, all mortal wounds, so he gets all his hit points back. Alright. That's nice.
Yeah, he just did that permanent -4 until he rests.
Yeah. And he's prone and res sickness. Oh, there's my res sickness. Alright. Okay. Who did you pass to, Andronicos?
Sibo.
Alright, Sibo, you're up.
So Sibo lost his watery tentacles, so he's going to get out his shield.
Okay.
It's 15 cube.
I will say, Orin, that everything that you've learned in the training, training classes and all that,
This is the
being
big no
champion of
bueno.
Lutheria, what he just did is the most gross and obscene insult to Lutheria that maybe you've witnessed thus far.
It's what's genuinely regarded as a dick move.
Yeah.
He didn't offer something. He just said no.
I screwed up placing the template. Anyway, it's that 15 feet right in there. So he pulls out his
Okay.
shield and
For these two big boys right here?
yeah.
Okay. Alright. I'm gonna try to make their saves. Okay. The duality of man. So Vulgar failed, takes the full 5 damage, and there is no size limit when it comes to thunder waving. So he gets blasted 10 feet away. Unfortunately, he can't go any further back because of the lion. So he just kind of poof against the lion and is where he is. This guy would critically make his save, taking half damage and getting a boon. Let's see, inspiring. You may as a reaction give any ally. He's going to give it to his boss. He loves his boss. So he'll burn his reaction for that.
I can't run Sibo to save my life tonight. What the hell?
It's the dice. The dice. All right. Anything else from Sibo?
No, I think he's done enough
You
damage.
still have your bonus action, right? Or was the Thunder Wave a bonus action?
Thunder
What?
Wave off the shield is a bonus action, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, so you still have your action.
That Thunder Wave's a spell.
It's hard when that Eldritch Blast gets taken away. You know you could be Eldritch Blasting the Giants, though. Like,
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do now. It's all a disadvantage, but who gives a shit?
I like
We'll
the
just shoot
idea
the
that
guy.
these dwarves came from like a world where everyone else is just so fucking big that they're still dwarves even though they're this big. Like, what a trip.
So we're shooting at Will Manor right in front of us.
All right, go for it. Disadvantage because you're within 5 feet of a melee opponent, but a 15 still hits, and 11 damage will kill him.
So you got 2 more blasts.
You got 2 more
All right,
blasts,
well,
no longer a
We'll
disadvantage.
move over to Vulgar.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's gonna hit. Oh, and that is enough. He dies as well. Forever? ... question mark.
For this one. Oh shit! Actually, I don't have a reaction. I don't think. Wait, do I? No, yeah, I used it to parry. Never mind.
I mean, if he wants to use his Paragon actions to just resurrect him, that's fine with me, you know.
All right.
Sibo's gonna pass to Maya.
Okay.
All right. Let me see here. Okay. We'll have my familiar go first. Let me see here. It's gonna fly and dash and land on top of Julian, and that'll be its turn. And then on Maya's turn, I'm gonna use my bonus action to cast Lesser Restoration through the familiar on Julian to get rid of his blind. Alright, where's three spells? Alright, here it is. Alright, so you're no longer blind, Julian.
Woohoo!
Alright, and that's bonus action, and then action. Can't cast any other spells. It's also bonus action. It's also bonus action. Is it possible to have more than one familiar out?
I don't think Ron is.
Alright, in that case,
You can't have more than one familiar at a time. You cast a spell while you already have a familiar, instead cause it to adopt a new form. It's listed in the description for the spell.
Yeah, I see it now, yeah. Okay, what can I do with my action? I guess I'll get behind. This lion is still hiding behind cover. I'm gonna. Well, I guess we'll just stay back here, keeping an eye on stuff, and I'll dodge as my action. And then I'll pass to Julian.
All right.
All right.
Julian, as play begins to pass to you, Graaahm is going to use his last Paragon for this rotation, and he's going to use it to use a ram attack on Andronicos, or try to. Here we go. Uh, 24 for 20 bludgeoning, 7 thunder, and 8 lightning, and he will push you back 20 feet and knock you prone. Andronicos, from where you are, you do see that there are doors that lead possibly inside the palace. Kind of further in. Maybe about, I don't know, 10, 20 more feet from where you currently are.
You don't have shield wall up, do you, Oren?
I do not.
Okay.
All right, Julian, you're up.
Oh, that's right. There we go. Julian's going to activate his winged sandals and fly 30 feet straight up. That way he's no longer within striking distance of the zombies in the stand, and we're gonna quicken spell, and we'll Mind Sliver the ram. Because we're 55 feet away.
Okay, let's see. He is going to go and try to make an intelligence save. He fails. Takes 15 points of psychic damage.
Okay, -3 on his next save.
Okay. Let's see. He has already acted this turn, so you still control initiative. Who would you like to pass to?
I will... Wait, I thought mine had already gone.
Yeah, mine already went. My bad.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I guess Bossy should join your guys' team at this point.
Protecting my, covering the escape.
Yeah, true. He's leading from the rear, like a good, yeah.
I will pass to... Is Machiavellian still alive?
Yeah.
He's back.
I'll pass to Machiavellian.
Alright, he is going to use half his movement to stand up. And then he is going to, let's see, how much speed you got left, brah? 20 feet? I don't think you could reach, Andronicus with that. Oh yeah, you got reach. Alright. He's gonna provoke from this lion as he moves away from it. The lion will swat at him, hoping to deal 20 damage. It does, tearing off his butt cheek.
Ooh. Sibo winces.
Yeah.
Done that.
Andronicus, you are prone on the ground, but this man's -4 to everything. But he's gonna try and whip you with his golden chains. Here we go. First attack. 21 for 12. Nope, sorry, I read the wrong one. 9, a huge miss. Alright, he's gonna try again. Oh, he's so tired. He's so tired of being alive. So he
Come
just
to
gonna...
bargain.
And they just gonna flop into the space in front of him, not even reaching
I look
Andronicus.
up at his face and I just say, I'm so sorry.
He said, "It needs to end." He will pass to Woke. Woke says this has gone on too long, and he's going to move over here. Since he moved 25 feet, he's going to activate a pounce. Let's see, and he's going to hit with a claw attack. That's his goal. Here we go. Trying to get a 19. That's a 19. Since he used pounce, the ram has to make a strength save. Let's see. It fails and is knocked prone. It takes 20 points of damage. Then it is going to tear into him with its bite. If the bite hits with a 22, it would. It always does max damage. So I don't know why I didn't just adjust it to always do a flat damage. Kind of weird. Oh, that's right, because it would have lost its critical hit stuff. All right, so what's 16 plus 8? 24? Right.
Yep.
24 more damage.
Nice.
All right, he's going to pass to Wretched. Wretched is going to... He can't get a pounce off without provoking an opportunity attack, and if he got hit with the opportunity attack, he might get knocked into the quicksand.
Woke is blind, so that last 24 would not have hit.
Oh, you right. Damn. Okay.
He is still prone though.
Everything's just so yellow. It's like so.
It's like I'm
so
staring into like
the
sun.
sun. Yeah. All right.
It
Here
really
we go.
adds to it.
Claw, and that would be a 26 because he's not blind and he has flank. Here's the bite. That would be a 20 because of the flank, so that would hit. So that's a total of 40 4 damage. That will bloody the Golden Ram. As the Golden Ram becomes bloodied, it gets a recharge on its Chain Lightning.
Oh shit!
All right.
Is this a phase transition? Or?
It's chain lightning or it's discharge.
Yeah, that would be a phase transition. So you
Ooh,
can, so he would actually strip away his status effects. He would
Gets
stand
back
up.
up,
Yeah, and get back up. Yeah. So he's no longer earthbound then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But his fear of taking all that damage kept him grounded this whole fight. So. All right. And then you guys can each spend a hit die if you are so inclined. All right. So Bossy actually read his character sheet. He's gonna request using Running Leap. It says, with a 10-foot running start, the lion can leap up to 50 feet in a straight line. So he's going to... So essentially that's giving you what? 60 feet of movement?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Fuck. Alright, he still has to dash to get there. So he's not ready yet. He's gonna move up and he knows that lightning just got recharged.
Would he be able to run 20 feet and then jump?
Yeah, because he rode at least 10 feet. Yeah. I feel like you'd still have to dash though, because jump still uses your move.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
So you have
not
to
in
dash
certain
to
games.
cash in the extra. Yeah. All right.
Orn will hold up a hand and wave him off for a moment.
All right. He's actually going to re-up his dodge and move a little bit closer. Okay. Then he'll pass to cowardly and coward.
I picture that lion. Now that he's dodging and moving up slowly, he's doing the little cat.
Yeah. The
While he's
prowling.
sneaking
Yeah.
up behind Sibo.
All right, so this one's gonna move forward, and there's nowhere to hide now, so he's gonna dash.
He's like, hold on. Is that one? Is he bloodied? I gotta get in there.
Yeah, and I gotta make it look like I was helping this whole time. So he's moving in.
Orn will wait for the initiative.
All right, they're gonna pass you, Orn.
All right. So ever since Graaahm brought back Machiavellian, pulled him back from the Nyx, Orn's been staring fixed at him. As he does, says that you would so grossly misstep against the domain of the Lady of Death. It will stand no longer. And with that, Orn is going to activate as a bonus action his Nyx step. So he starts to fade incorporate. So even in the shimmering golden light of the temple, his body starts to shimmer and kind of fade in and out of visibility as he runs forward. And we're going to attempt to stab the creature. Let's see. First stab. 27 for 15.
That's gonna hit.
And we're gonna burst with the strength save, try to knock him prone. DC 15.
Okay. Here we go. He stands in defiance of you.
Alright. Then I'm gonna attack twice more.
Okay.
Let's see, I need a 19, right?
Correct.
Alright. I'm gonna reroll that.
That is gonna hit.
I'll succeed a cost on that last one. New damage.
Alright.
The second hit was 13 damage, succeeded a cost to get 16 damage.
Okay. But in the process, slowed.
Alright. Okay. -2 to penalty to AC and Dex saves. And I think it cuts my multi-attack, right?
Correct. You only get 1 attack while you're slowed.
Okay. In that case, it's past bloodied. Ooh. Can I burn my... I don't know, because it's at the end of my turn. I can get rid of it. Let's see. Faith Within. Charm
The
Poison.
DC 14 Wisdom to strip it out at the end of your turn.
Yeah, but I had more I wanted to do.
And you have advantage on wisdom saves.
That's true, okay. Alright, in that
Lose
case,
feast.
I guess I will end my turn then. Actually,
Oh yeah, have a Hero's Feast thing we could have like been applying to everybody.
Yeah, I have it on mine.
Oh, okay.
he's still clutching the Chimera Trident with his left hand. He holds out his purple and black hand and says, you will join Lutheria soon enough in answer for all that you've done. And he's gonna cast Bane on this creature.
Okay.
And I guess on the 2 still living troglodytes or dwarves. Ah, damn.
All right. So these two jabronis
Oh
fail.
yeah, they got your minions.
Alright.
This
and
one
then
guy already at -4. Now he's got a -D4 on top of his -4. So sad.
What was the DC on that save?
14.
14.
Ah,
Yeah.
that -3 wouldn't have done anything.
Yeah.
It's worth a shot. And then that's all Warren's got.
Yeah,
He'll
it
make
was.
end his turn, make a wisdom.
Okay.
Alright, he's no longer slowed.
All right.
And then somebody could steal if they'd like.
Yeah.
Or-
Otherwise, the ram is for sure gonna steal. Go once. Going twice.
Sibo will steal.
Oh. Okay.
Sibo's got some the inspiration. I'm gonna use one to steal.
All right. Now Stebo is still blinded, but using blind sight.
Yes.
Okay.
Switch over to him. So he is going to attempt to navigate these bodies. And he can pick up on the fact that there's some baddies within range that aren't the ram, so he's going to shoot him.
All right, do it. Yep, that is gonna hit. That is gonna critically hit.
Does that kill him or not yet?
Oh no, these guys have a shitload of hit points.
Well, here comes Charm.
That is also gonna hit. It is past bloody to near death, but it is still going.
Okay.
Alright, it will go ahead and steal then. Let's see.
This
There we
the ram.
No, this is the relieved greed warped savage. Alright. He is gonna move towards little Sibo. He is gonna try and grab little Sibo, even though Sibo has an insane armor class.
That guy's
There we
Bane.
go. And he's got Bane, yeah. Oof. Alright, then he's just gonna try to hit him with his chain.
Oh, damn.
Ooh.
Yeah, that hits.
Alright.
He's down.
So that's 49, and if you are down, then there is no strength save, so he is going to restrain you as well. Alright. Alas, he does not have the action economy, to fling you till his next turn. All right. He is going to pass to the ram, and as he passes to the ram,
I'll steal.
oh, all right.
Oh.
Maya's going to steal, and that is where we'll end for the week. All right. Whew. All right, let me put some notes in here. Ram has no paragons. Maya just stole. Ram has Bane Lightning. Needs to check for Breath Weapon. Any other pertinent details? I think that covers it. Alright, cool.
Yeah, I think so.
Alright. Whew. Okay, so much better second time around. Much better. I would say significantly better than the last time. So quick announcements. Tomorrow night is the first night of Outlaws of Alcazar Sunset. That's going to be from 8 to 11 Eastern. Tuesday night there's no Abomination Vaults, but there is going to be more Cyberpunk Red. Wednesday we're going to continue playing 4-player Baldur's Gate 3. Thursday Curse of Strahd Nightfall continues. Friday, I don't know what's going on Friday. We'll just have to find out together. Saturday, the first day of the first session of Outlaws of Alcazar High Noon. That's actually from 9 a.m. to noon on Saturday. Pretty early game. And then Sunday morning is going to be Curse of Strahd Daybreak. And then Sunday night we'll be back here. So, anybody have any other announcements? Anything that's going on?
Nope, nothing for me. Nope.
All right. Hope everybody has a safe and healthy week, and don't self-harm by staying up too late playing Baldur's Gate 3. You gotta take care of yourselves. Baldur's Gate 3 will be there when you wake up. I swear, it'll be okay. But if you have leave, just take leave from work. You know, once you beat it, it won't have any power over you anymore.
Till they inevitably drop the DLC, in which case, good luck.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
There's like
I wonder what
13,000 some different endings. What do you mean after you beat it? You'll be beating that game for the rest of your life.
I wonder what the
Anyways,
enhanced edition is going to be like.
oh, buddy.
So that's
VR.
what, twice you got to roll the table down, Crash?
Anyways, no, it's over. The session's over. They held it in the whole time. I was very proud of them. All right. On that note, I'm going to go to bed for real. Definitely not going to play any Baldur's Gate 3 till 2
Take
in the
some
morning.
melatonin gummies. Go to sleep.
Yeah, all right. Whatever. You're not my dad.
You're right,
all
I'm not.
Good
Alright.
night.
Thanks,
Wait.
for
Okay.
Thanks everybody for tuning in.
Good night, everybody.